edition of JM Live. We have a lot to talk about today, and we have a special guest. We're talking about teens taping fish to ATMs, Chinese marathon runners. We got voicemails, too. New episode coming up right here. What is up, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of JM Live. It is Tuesday, January 23rd. I am Dan Canobbio, joined as always by my co-host Joez, McFly. Rob Scirocco is producing. We got Dre in the back. We got Mikey in the back. And we have a very special guest today. If we had horns, they'd be blasting right now. Danny LoPriore is here, friend of John Boy Media, friend of JM Live.
How we doing, man? You guys have amazing playing music.
I was
loving those horns, dude. I was feeling that.
Mikey made that music, our audio engineer.
Love him.
He made it himself?
Made it himself. One
It's great.
Good for you. That's amazing.
One episode, he was playing it like live in there.
I had the bass in here.
It was
That was the
Halloween episode. That's right.
He's got talent behind the screen, dude.
Halloween episode was crazy.
That was, and it's already late January. Time doesn't exist. What's up, everybody in the chat? Love seeing you in there. Danny, what's going on, man? Got a lot going on in your life and career.
Got a lot going on in my life and career is right, man. You know how it is, man. It's the weirdest thing about being a stand-up comic is like, if you don't do shows, you're super poor.
Like that.
Yes.
You know, like
It's a very motivating factor.
Well, it's just the weirdest job in the world, right? Because you're traveling to all these different cities, you meet a lot of different people. That part I love, but it's like, damn, like, do I really want to go to St. Louis, Missouri? Like, do I really want to go to? I went to Syracuse recently, and I was like, really excited to go there, and then I got out of the car and I was like, I need to go home immediately. It was like -4 degrees.
Yeah.
It was fucking snowy. The Bills were playing, so like they're Bills fans up there. So I was like, oh my god, man, it's really, really fucking cold. And literally throughout the entire show, I was just like, what's the score? And someone would be like 17-13.
Oh, it was actually as the game was going
As
on?
the game was going on. Like, people were on their phone. I told them, I was like, you guys can check your phones. It's not going to bother me.
So how did that show go other than that?
It was great. It was great, man. I'm lucky. My people that come out to my shows are like the best, dude. The audiences are always having a good time. And, you know, it's a weird business. It's a strange business.
Yeah.
Meet a lot of fucking weirdos.
Is that after the show? You do like a meet and greet after the show, right?
Yeah, I do meet and greet. That's the least weird. The weirdest people you meet are comics. Comics are the weirdest people that you meet, and I lump myself in there as well. I'm not saying I'm not a fucking weird guy.
I feel like the curtain's being pulled back a little bit on comics. Like, we're starting to learn more about their
here's the thing about
lives, behaviors.
There's two things that are happening in comedy right now. Everyone has autism. Okay, and then the second thing is, everybody's talking about everything that they do on stage and off stage. So, like, I try to talk not too much about, like, green room stuff. I try to, like, respect the culture, I guess, a little bit. But, like, there's some weird people in the industry. I'll just leave it at that.
So it's not the audience. It's your peers.
Yeah.
Well, it's cliquey.
Yeah.
It's cliquey. It's high school.
Right.
Like, stand-up comedy is high school. Like, if you took Mean Girls and just, like, replaced it with comics, it could be the same movie.
Well, I think you got something there.
Listen, you know. It's,
talk after the show.
Yeah, trademark it.
I think the art of comedy, though, is something I really respect, because it's like, first of all, you're putting your material together, and two, you're commanding a stage, because there's like, these people come out there to, you got to make them laugh. That's what they came here for, to get away from it, and that's a tall task, man.
It's a tall task, and it's also a very humbling job. So, like, I sold out Gramercy Theater, like, last month.
Nice.
Thank you. It was awesome. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a win for us.
It's a win for everyone here. And, like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on cloud 9. And then I did my next show in California. 22 people showed up.
Nice.
So
you're an East Coast guy.
Yeah,
it's a humbling thing. What have you done for me lately?
You have to stay humble in this business. Like, the towns that I do really well in, like Chicago, really well. Toronto, I sold out a theater. I sold out a theater twice, 2 shows in one night. But then you have these shows where they're like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Right.
And they're like, hey, yeah, we'll put 20 people in here. But those are honestly my favorite shows.
Nice.
It's more intimate.
It's more intimate.
Try out material.
And you could try a lot of material.
Trial and error. February 15th, you got a big one. First live musical show.
Yes, my first live musical show. It's in Brooklyn, New York, at Baby's All Right. That's going to be a lot of fun because
Love that spot.
we'll address the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the Let Me Suck Your Titties guy.
Yes.
I've heard.
I was
you
going to say,
such
I
a
was like,
thing.
I know one of your songs.
Yeah. So like a lot of people know that song, and it's weird because like every like 6 or 7 months it goes viral again, and I'm like,
Nice.
all right, nice.
I saw it on TikTok the other day. I was scrolling through before I even knew you were coming on the show.
Yeah, so it's like it's everywhere. So I'm like, you know what? People have wanted music from me for so long, but I had this weird complex where I was like, if I'm gonna do comedy, I want to do just stand up for like the first 2 years to prove that I could just do that.
This way now you're stepping out a little bit into a new genre. How do you
Stepping
feel
out.
about that?
I feel good, man. Music is what comes naturally to me the most.
Really?
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like my dad, you would never get this from my content, but my dad was a minister. Wow. Yeah, so we grew up in the church.
But that's like a form of like performing as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Commanding
yeah.
the stage. It's like they're performing.
Big time.
Hey, listen, I was going up against black kids singing, and let me tell you something. That's hard to do.
The competition.
That's competition.
They got pipes, man.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So like, I had to keep up with them. So I got started singing in church, and now I'm just blasphemous.
I'm sure you didn't sing that song in church though.
No, not that version. Not that version. Not that
edited version?
Yeah, it was like, let me suck your
Holy
What?
water.
yeah, holy water. Let me-
I don't-
what-
The body of Christ.
yeah,
Bread.
what do they call that?
The bread.
Yeah, but what do they
Bread.
call the body?
Communion.
Of Christ?
Communion.
Communion.
The
yeah, let me-
Eucharist.
Yeah, that's
The
what it is.
Nice.
Let me
Yeah,
suck
yeah,
your
Rob's been to
Eucharist.
church.
Oh, yeah,
Rob's been to
dude.
church
Let me
lately.
suck your Eucharist.
It doesn't exactly flow.
Let
I
me
like that.
sucking on your Eucharist. Now we got a banger, dude.
There
Now
you
we
go.
can go to Sunday schools.
February 15th, Baby's All Right in Brooklyn. You can get tickets at ctickets.us. That's awesome. We can talk all day. Oh, I did want to ask you. It's kind of a controversial question. Not really, but who's your Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians?
That's a great question. The first comic that I ever saw was my dad sat me down on the couch and made me watch George Carlin.
Yes.
So George Carlin's on there because of my dad. That was like my introduction to comedy, really, that I can remember, like being a kid. It's like when Charlie Hayes caught the ball. That's like one of my first childhood memories.
Right.
Was Charlie Hayes.
And the Yankees are back on top of the world.
yeah, we haven't been on back on top of the world for like 15 years.
Okay.
Right.
But so that's like kind of those moments. So it's that moment, George Carlin, and then my brother showed me Eddie Murphy. My brother Jared.
Yeah, so we're 2 for 2. I have the same.
So Eddie Murphy,
Love
Eddie
Eddie Murphy.
Murphy's on there, nostalgic. My brother showed me Raw while my parents were
That's
out at
it.
while my parents were out at dinner.
That's a seminal moment in
We gotta
life.
get you in that suit.
I know,
right?
yeah, dude.
Delirious too is also good. Raw gets all the attention.
Delirious is
Delirious
good.
was a good special
I
as
like
well.
Raw.
Yeah,
I like
Delirious was
The
fantastic.
Raw, I mean,
Yeah, dude.
Ice Cream Man.
That's-
Yeah, that's like if you're a comedian or you're just into comedy, you have to watch Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy Raw.
absolutely. And then the last two are always tough for me because they're interchangeable. One of my favorite comics ever is Mike Epps. Mike Epps is one of my favorite comics of all time.
Nice.
I feel like he's very underrated. He's so fucking funny between like physical comedy, actual jokes. You know, it's weird when you have black comics that transcend race.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like we all go to shows and there'll be a black comic. Like old Dave Chappelle is on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Old Dave.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Old Dave is on my Mount Rushmore for sure. It's not that like Dave isn't amazing still now. It's just it's gone to a point where it's like,
Oh, is that even comedy? What is he doing now?
yeah, it's more of like spoken word one man show type of shit.
Yeah.
So and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. It's Dave is the goat. You know what I mean? But old Dave, like a guy jerking off on a bus, like that's the Dave I like. Like that was my Dave. And then
So you got Carlin, you got Epps, you got
Carlin, I got Carlin, Murphy, Epps is honorable mention. And then Dave would be my 3, and then if I had to go 4, which is like I don't know if this is like controversial or not, but one of my favorite comics of all time.
dramatic
Dramatic Sip. One of my favorite comics of all time. It used to be Bill Burr used to be up there.
Yeah.
Bill Burr used to be on my Mount Rushmore, but it's Andrew Dice Clay.
The Dice Man.
And here's why.
Is it his Instagrams?
Yeah, they're the best.
They're
when
the
he walks
best.
by the dogs and stuff.
Or just a random person.
I
and
wasn't
you
a
just ask
huge
them?
guy. I wasn't a huge fan of his, but weirdly enough, like Entourage got me like into him. Then I
Yeah.
went back and watched some of his old stuff.
I just if you think about where comedy has come and where we're at with free speech now on stage, right? Like Andrew Dice Clay said whatever the frick he wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and to hear him be able to do that is enlightening to somebody like me, because I don't really like to be censored either.
Right.
So, you know, I think in terms of,
Shouldn't
you know,
be.
yeah, no, I don't think you should. I don't think people should be censored in a place where, you know, it's a constitutional right to have free speech. And this will be the only political part of the show. But, you know,
Okay, no, more, please.
yeah, right?
We welcome that.
Yeah. Did you guys hear Ron DeSantis dropped out?
Let's talk about Sean Strickland and
Let's
his
talk about Sean
views.
Strickland. But there's a limit. There's a limit, and like Sean Strickland.
He went way
Crosses
way.
it.
And plus, he's also really not that good. He's very mid striker. Or now we're getting into
Now we're getting into fighting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like for me, if you're going to be a professional company, probably shouldn't be saying the F word
Right.
and like doing all that stuff. And I hate when people say it's the fight business.
No,
It's a
it's
bit.
not.
It's not a fight.
Still a
business.
business. Disney.
It's $1 billion. Disney.
You're
is
on
invested.
Disney with the UFC stuff and Sean Strickland. And
You can't do that.
He's
you
a
can't
problem.
do that.
Yeah.
But it used to be Louis was on my Mount Rushmore, but the whole
him off.
playing with his wiener stuff.
took him off.
He's
Scraped him
off
off.
for now.
Scrape him off the side of that mountain.
Yeah, he's off the side of my mountain for now because he's a little weird with the wiener.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wiener stuff.
Wiener stuff can get you into trouble.
Yeah,
no matter
wiener
what line of work you're in, comedy too, which maybe you
dude.
like that.
You want to talk about wiener stuff? I can't even talk about it on here. Comedy,
wiener stuff
comedy
on
is-
those green rooms?
Comedy is full of wiener stuff.
All right. I like
100%.
We can talk about that later. Let's get into
Who's
some...
so who's on your Mount Rushmore?
Mine was like, I was thinking about it on the way here because I was going to ask you it. Mine is Carlin, Richard Pryor,
Great.
Chappelle, because that's just like my generation. And the last was Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
You want-
Eddie Murphy. Charlie Murphy.
Very similar. Eddie Murphy. I have Richard Pryor, of course. Chappelle, and I actually have George Carlin there too.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, no, somebody said Mitch Hedberg. I love Mitch Hedberg because he had, what people don't know about him, which they probably do now, but he had incredible stage panic disorder and anxiety.
Ooh.
So he had performance
I have that
anxiety.
sometimes.
Wow.
So
So that's-
and I'm interested by the people
Yes.
that can overcome that.
So that's why he wore sunglasses on stage.
Made him feel better.
It made him feel like he was
sense.
protected from the
Yeah.
audience a little bit.
Do you feel like comedy's having a little bit of a resurgence due to, there's so many more comedy series now on Netflix and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
What's the industry like in terms of like the health of it?
I think it's the healthiest it's ever been
Yeah.
because honestly, this newer generation of kids kind of don't give a shit.
Right.
You know, they're like all into like say whatever you want on stage and say whatever you want. I'll put it like this. There's things I can say in Boston
Right.
that I can't say in New York City.
Wow.
So if you put two and two together,
Yeah, Boston. We know about Boston.
you could kind of figure out what the crowds are kind of like.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So
And you're
you
going
know-
from city to city, different markets, different people, tolerance.
Yeah, and that's why
Wild.
that's what the hardest thing is with writing. It's like you need to write universally and try to be able to reach. I want to be able to make people laugh in New York and the same in like Wichita.
So I see a lot of comics. They do shows, but they're doing like a lot of like skits for like,
Oh yeah.
social media and just having like a whole bunch of stuff that they have come out. It's like another level that they have of comedy, which is dope.
It's all algorithm shit, and I'm gonna be 35 next week, and I
Yeah.
still haven't figured out the algorithm. Like I'm not great
I
with
think you
it.
did with the titty song.
Yeah, but I get lucky though. Like Chris Brown will put it on his story.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, I get lucky by this shit, bro. And like anybody famous I know that has become my friend is because of that song.
So at this live musical event, is this going to be like when a band goes up there and everyone wants them just to play the hit, and they're going to be begging for you for the titty song?
they're gonna be
Play the titty song.
They're gonna be playing the hits. And by they, me. I can't afford a band. But yeah, no. The
Specialists in there.
Yeah, I'll play for free, bro.
Hey, bro, come through. If you really want to come to the show, let me know. I'll leave you a couple tickets.
I love Baby's All Right, man.
You do?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he's in a
great
band.
venue.
I'll get
Specialists.
I'll get your info before you leave, and
Love this.
I'll get you some tickets. Come
That's
to
what
the
we do.
show, man.
Jam live, baby.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, it's one of those things. It's a musical improv show, so I'm singing for like people that are there in the crowd. So that makes every show different. Like on my podcast, we freestyle at the beginning of every podcast.
Which one? You have a lot of podcasts.
The LoPriore podcast.
There you go.
The LoPriore podcast.
Your brother Mike.
Yeah, with my brother Mike, we do freestyles every week.
That's crazy.
So we have a new song every week that we
Practicing.
make. Yeah, it's all practice, dude. Everything's
Nice.
repetition,
Yeah.
man. It's just like sports.
You want to try freestyling over Mikey's JM Live beat?
Yeah,
Wow.
100%.
Put him on the spot.
I'm sorry, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, I'm never. This is what
But
I
I
do for a
figured
living.
that, yeah, I figured that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, we could do
Milkshake
that.
Titties was
Yeah.
my phone ringtone. and
you
Milkshake.
trying-
Milkshake
bars?
titties was my phone ringtone. This is the weirdest thing. This like stuff like this. Nomar LeBron. I don't know if that's a Nomar Garcia Parra LeBron reference, but if your name is Nomar LeBron, good for you. But Milkshake Titties was my phone ringtone in middle school. I had someone come up to me at a show the other day. He was like, dude, I've been watching you since I was 9.
That's scary.
I was like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 19.
Solid
Time
10
is
years
so
in this
weird,
game.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
When
like,
people
what's
tell
wrong
me
with your
something-
parents?
Solid 10 years in this game.
Solid 10 years in this game. Oh, shit. Kyle Lowry got traded.
Kyle Lowry traded to the Hornets for Terry Rozier in a 2027 first. From
Oh,
thank you.
2020.
Is
They
that
traded that
real?
big old booty.
So we learned, Kyle Lowry killed the Knicks last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't like that trade for the Heat. Because Kyle Lowry's a winner. He knows how to be there.
Right, he came in. I'm a Knicks fan, so he came in and he
too.
didn't get a lot of minutes, but the minutes he came in again in that Knicks series, he had a few buckets, he made a few big plays, and he's like, damn, that guy's a winner.
Yeah.
and he just kind of tormented the Knicks in that series.
Oh, everybody
in
did.
small minutes.
Gabe Vincent? Who the fuck is Gabe Vincent?
Gabe Vincent, that guy was nailing threes.
Max Strus? Caleb Martin?
Tough.
He's like a twin. I was like, I don't even know which twin this is.
The NBA had a crazy night last night. Joel Embiid went for 70. Karl Anthony Towns went for
Yeah,
62 and got benched in crunch time.
They lost
Yeah.
that
A
game.
0 plus minus for a cat. He scored 62 and he gave up 62.
How do you score 62 and lose? Oh, they were playing the Sixers, right?
Yeah.
No, the
The
they were
Spurs
playing,
were playing
um,
the Sixers.
Spurs.
Oh, they played the Spurs. Who played the Spurs? Joel?
Yeah.
Then the
yes.
70's not that big of a deal.
70 burger.
You scored 70.
He only shot 1 3, which makes they were talking about is this more impressive than like what Wilt did, 100 points by just dropping the ball over a bunch of guys that had jobs in the offseason.
How many threes did he hit? Do we know?
High
One.
jobs in the
One.
all season is crazy. That's
He only
so
made 1
disrespectful.
3?
1 3.
That's pretty savage then.
That is pretty nuts.
You know what? That's 150 points to me.
Yeah, you have to it's like inflated. You have to bring it to these terms of the NBA now.
Towns had babying them.
Towns had 62 with 10 threes though.
62 with 10 threes?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
And
Nick's
also
got to make a
yesterday was the
trade.
anniversary of
He was
Kobe.
here on this
Kobe
couch.
81,
Yeah, he was here.
So that's why
Karl Anthony
people were
Towns is an
popping off.
investor in John Boy Media.
Is he?
He came through over in the fall, and he knew all of our content. It was crazy.
Come on,
He
Cat.
watches ref guests and stuff.
Come on. Yo, Cat, take a fucking, well, his contract's crazy, but take a little hometown discount.
I did
or
a little
something.
one-on-one thing about. He's a big boxing fan, so I'm asking a bunch of questions, and I kind of brought up. Remember, who'd he fight?
He said he was I don't know. He said he was in the ring. That he doesn't.
Oh,
know
he
the
fought
story.
someone on the court. Who was that, Dre?
Oh.
Oh,
Wasn't it Ben Simmons? I think
Might have
Ben
been.
Simmons
I thought he got
Joel
the best
Embiid?
of it. He fought Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, and
that's
apparently,
right,
I was not
right.
supposed to bring that up. His handlers were like,
Don't bring
and we
it
had to
up.
edit it out.
But he
Oh,
brought
really?
it up.
Damn, dude.
I brought it up. I was like, "Yo, you held your own on the court against."
Oh, there it is, yeah.
I was like, "You held your own." I see you got hands, and he was like, "Nah, that was
His
nothing."
hands
The
were
vibes
just-
got
Oh.
weird after that.
We couldn't bring up the thing that's on national television.
What?
The fight happened on TV.
That's right.
It'd be different to happen in a locker room or whatever.
I guess maybe he thought that he got the worst of it. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
it's, it's marketing. Life is marketing.
Oh, he didn't land that right, but he got the headlock in.
I like how that ref got the fuck out of there. You saw that ref?
yeah,
He was like, I'm good on this.
That's a lot
shit,
more
dude.
contact than you usually see in NBA fights.
Yeah, dude.
I'm out.
You guys know that guy Worldwide Rob Perez?
Yes.
Me and him collaborated on a piece a few years ago on the best and worst NBA fights of all time. He came up with this algorithm to find the best fight because that guy's crazy. Chris Childs when
Okay.
he punched Kobe.
Two-piece.
That was
Two-piece, baby.
That was my favorite, and I think that was the most impressive because it's Chris Childs, NBA sixth man at best. And he's going up against
it's Kobe
Kobe,
Bryant.
and he landed 2 punches on him, where guys are lucky to even get close to land 1.
Chris Childs used to drink like a 6-pack before games.
That guy was badass.
That dude was a badass, dude. That
Here it
dude
is.
was a badass.
Here it is.
It's crazy to think about for like
two-piece.
basketball.
Great
You
job,
know,
bro.
like baseball or something,
Number
you
8,
kind of get
Kobe.
away with it, I feel like.
Kobe's
Yeah.
like,
You know?
Chris Childs did not just 2-piece me.
The worst thing about this fight is Kobe never talked about it. He never talked about it later on in his career. Like, he never gave Chris Childs his flowers before he was gone.
Bad
He's like,
moment
yo,
for
he
him.
got me. He snuck me.
Bad moment for Kobe.
Bad moment for Kobe.
I guess
And-
if you want to get hit, you want to get 2-piece, you want to maybe like someone a little bit
I mean, he
better than
didn't
Chris
drop,
Childs.
so it was
No,
just
he
like-
didn't drop. He didn't drop. But Reggie Miller and him got into it real bad one time, too,
Yeah.
after a game. And they, like, rolled all over.
Ta,
Oh,
ta.
oh.
The second one was kind of like an open kind of claw.
He boxed as a kid, though, Chris Childs.
He didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got good form.
Yeah, he had a good
Yeah, look at
form.
Shaq not really trying to stop it.
Yeah, he's like, hit him again.
Like, it's just
Hit him
straight
again.
up,
Because Shaq knows he can destroy everyone in that court, including old man Ewing there.
Oh, my God. Even Shaq to this day. Imagine if Shaq punched you in the face.
That's
Oh, my God.
what amount of money?
Oh, you remember when Rudy
What are
Tomjanovich
you
got
taking?
punched?
Yeah.
That's what it would be like.
Or Rudy Tomjanovich and then Van Gundy when he was hanging on the leg of Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, that was pretty gangster, though.
They don't do that
That
anymore.
was
in
pretty
the NBA.
gangster.
They don't-
Knicks,
Ain't what it used to be.
let me ask you a question. You're a Knicks fan?
Yeah.
Knicks fan as well? Let me ask you. Mikal Bridges. I think that's who we got to go get.
Is that the guy that was like, is he in trouble?
He's no. That's Miles Bridges.
Yeah, I don't want him.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges is another Villanova guy. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets.
Bring him on. More than
Very
merrier.
good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying we got to get
Maddie's
the
in,
Look
dude.
at Maddie.
Maddie's
Maddie's on
in.
that.
we got to get the Villanova Avengers on this team.
He's
Yes.
Nova Nation, dude.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, we got to get all these guys. What's up, baby? Here he is. Look at this guy. This is my good friend Jake here.
Story
This is a
out
college
here.
haircut.
This is my boy right
Going
here.
with the I like
This
the hair.
is my absolute dog.
Is that like the new cut, like the push forward TikTok cut?
I like the adapts. He's got the adapts on. Looking good today, baby.
Overhead cam is looking nice.
Hello. Mic check.
Is it on?
I hear
Turn
it.
it
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
We're
you're
talking
good.
about a little bit of everything. We're talking a little comedy. We just got into some NBA
Me
fights.
and, me and my uncle.
Have you guys ever done live shows, John Boy?
No, it's just like our first foray into it. Oh, we did some live like Bino streams. We've done live Blitzball.
We've
I mean-
done.
Like stage stuff. Like have you guys ever gone and performed?
So we did. Never. So we've done Talkin' Yanks
Right.
shows live, and watch-alongs. We did right before the pandemic. We did a live Talkin' Baseball show. Me, Jimmy, Trevor, and Jack Flaherty.
Nice.
It was at like a California brewery. It was the
Can't
night
beat
of.
that.
My memory's normally shit, but it was the night of the national championship game. It was like Clemson and someone.
Okay.
So it was a Monday night, and we were like, I don't know. Things were still new, and we hadn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
We had like 200 people come out.
That's awesome.
In California, and we were like, what?
Yeah, dude. You guys might want to
And
think
then
about that.
COVID hit,
Yeah.
and then everything became so online that it was tough to get into events.
Yeah.
You went to the Basement Yard show.
Yeah, I went to the basement
How
yard.
was it?
It was
Yeah, how was
awesome,
that?
dude.
Yeah?
It was awesome, man. The guys, they're so great. And like, because I was on the show and now I'm not on the show. So when you go, it's like, like people still go like, remember me and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so like I walked in and I'm walking in with my wife, got a couple drinks. We're walking to our seats and like people are recognizing me, taking pictures. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then like, it became like an uproar. 1,500 people started chanting my name.
Really? That's a good feeling.
It's a good
huh?
feeling, and the only thing I could do is I just Nate Diaz.
Nice.
I just went like this. I don't fucking know why, but for some reason I was like, yeah, that's right.
You went primal.
I was like, Stockton, motherfucker, and I was just like, I don't know what I did. She was like, you did this. I was like, I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it was a great feeling. It was a great show. They're in New Haven next week, and then I think
That's
they're
awesome
in
to see.
And then
Can I
they're
ask
in
a dumb
Boston.
question?
No questions are dumb, dude.
What did they do as like a performance? Like, did they just?
So I'll give you a couple of things because I want to save some of the experience for the audience.
Right.
But they started off hot. Frankie came out with a T-shirt cannon.
I saw a picture of that. Yeah.
Hot
Always
start.
electric.
Always electric. You know what I
You
mean?
can do that anywhere.
a t-shirt can is the only thing that gets you so excited to get a shirt that is gonna shrink as soon as you put it into the fucking.
Never your size.
Some Gildan.
Oh
shirt.
my! It's like a
It's the double
4XL. Yeah.
You want to know when I started gaining weight? When I caught a shirt cannon shirt, I was like, this isn't gonna fit.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I can't even fit shirt cannon shirts. I was like, that's a bad feeling, dude. I got right in the gym. I said, I have to fucking fit a shirt cannon
Motivation
shirt.
right there.
But to answer your question, they did a lot like a lot of crowd work
Yeah.
stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It was very interactive. It was a really good show. Really good shows feel short.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I've noticed. Like even
Yeah.
when I'm on there and I'm doing sets, a really good show feels short. A rough show feels fucking Scorsese long.
Yeah.
You know,
How long are your sets usually?
I do an hour.
Irishman.
I do an
That's
hour.
an hour. No commercials.
No
We'll
commercials.
stop it and let me redo that.
February 15th, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah, man. Come
Musical,
through.
baby.
But you're gonna be away, right?
Because the neighbors know my name. I don't know.
Ooh.
They were
What?
trying
You trying to get on a beat right now?
Our sales team has a deadline by the end of today because we're supposed to be doing some with NASCAR. Daytona's that weekend.
Great American Race.
Oh, are you gonna be in one of those little suits?
We went to
Obviously
Chicago
the
last year for the
Supposed to be
street
in a
race.
car.
No, but like, don't like you can go. Are you gonna go?
So we did stuff with them last year, and they're awesome. Like they're trying to get like a younger audience. And
Yeah, of
stuff.
course.
And we went to. They did a street race in Chicago. Squad.
We were there.
And it was
That was
like
dope.
it was a super cool concept. It's through the streets of Chicago. Like they blocked off that what's that park?
The Loop.
Infinity Park.
Is that
or
like where the-
Loop or
Yeah.
something?
Is that where like that
The
bean
bean.
is?
We're just throwing out
I don't
buzzwords.
know.
Blue Malnati's.
Every time I'm in Chicago,
Malnati's.
Flick the bean.
I flick the
I made
bean.
that joke way too many times.
I know. Every time I go there, March 28th, I'll be there. I'll be flicking the bean.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? I think I'm going to flick the bean for charity this year.
Nice.
I'm going to be like, everyone come meet me here, spend a little extra cash. Let's donate to St. Jude's, and we'll all flick the bean at the
Like
same
a
time.
Collective bean
Just
flip.
everyone in the room flicking the bean.
Yeah, man. Everybody.
It's powerful stuff.
That's
were
what
there.
it is.
We
Raise
were
money
there.
for beans.
So the weather stunk, like downpoured the whole weekend. So we had another crew that went out to Daytona with NASCAR, and they said it was like, it's their Super
It
Bowl.
was it.
Yeah.
This is them
They're
last
like-
year doing it.
What is this clip?
He does. Wow. He does giant stuff. Right? Yeah.
He's amazing. It's John Candy's son.
No.
He looks like John Candy, right?
He does look like John Candy.
What is this?
A lot of people in our
camera
office don't know who John Candy is. Never saw Uncle Buck. Never saw
This looks like-
trains, planes, and automobiles.
Well, what's the average age of people here?
12.
12? Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
I'm
15.
35.
I'm 36, and they call me Old Man Dan. I'm not old, but
Well,
I'm old.
you
Bro,
got
it's
another old man
crazy.
Dan over here.
Yeah, two Old Man
Did
Dan
you
on the
like-
couch.
It's crazy, dude.
Did you like, would you actually go in a car if they were like, hey, we want you to come down and do a couple practice
Yeah.
laps?
I think Jake wanted to get in
I
that
wanted
car.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to get. I was vouching.
You
for
know
it.
what
I feel like you're the guinea pig here.
I would love
Yeah.
to try that.
They throw
man.
you around and just be like, hey, what's up, man?
know-
And you're Dominican, right?
Yeah, I'm
There's
the
no
one.
Dominican Daytona drivers, dude.
I'm the one volunteering.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
it's,
Joez,
you're
I
breaking.
don't think you should. I'm like, no, yo, put me in there. I'm like,
Dude, you're,
about
you're
life
breaking down
experience.
I'm
barriers.
trying new stuff other than plátanos.
I think
Yeah,
it was cool.
dude.
Was that me and you, or
Yes,
was that me and you were walking through the pit, and one of the pit guys recognized us from Ref Guess.
Oh,
One of
really?
the guys that puts the
Yeah.
gas in the thing.
Yeah.
He was a former minor league baseball player.
That was the coolest.
Yeah,
part.
and he's like, Dan and Joez. And then all of a sudden he's like, yo, come here. And we're in the pit and we're like helping him with shit. And it's like insane.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
That's a little scary.
We got really, really close right to the, right to the surface. But it wasn't like a real NASCAR. I don't want to.
Watching them change the tires though was like so. It was. I've always wanted to see that.
Yeah.
And they did that like so quick.
Well,
Like
I'm
Pe-
Puerto Rican, you're Dominican.
Yeah.
We have at least one uncle who's a mechanic. So
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
yeah. I've seen. I was like, he's better than my uncle
Yeah.
Hector for sure.
Yeah, just a little.
He's better than my uncle Hector at getting these bolts on there.
Better than my Tío Elias.
It felt like NASCAR, but it was weird because it was more of a street race than
They-
a normal track.
They like the guy that was familiar with our stuff. He was like a Braves minor leaguer. He like called it. He like had this opportunity, so he went for it. And he was the gas man. So he's a big
So
dude.
cool.
How do
Yeah.
they know that I got
Powerful dude.
gas?
Holding like this thing full of gas, and he's like, "Hey man, it's not." He was like, "It's not necessarily the hardest job.
No.
but I'm good at it."
Fuck that.
And like, car comes in,
Yeah. So,
he just
Still follow him on
It's so
Instagram.
funny that his job is about 2 seconds of footwork, and you can be good or bad, but it's just like
Those things were heavy though too.
yeah.
things are-
He was
Yeah.
a
like-
big
put it
boy.
in.
He was a big
he
boy.
was big boy.
I watched it. I went to his Instagram. He hit bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played with
yeah.
Acuna. He played with like all the Braves that are on the there now.
Ray.
Dude, think
Ray. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram still.
Think about how good at baseball you have to be a minor league baseball player.
Yeah, like he was the man in his
All the
town.
time.
How
Nuts.
good you have
All
to
the
be.
Like in his town, he's a legend.
Oh, I'm
And he
sure.
didn't even make it. I mean,
Whoa.
he popped out. He left.
Damn.
Like imagine throwing.
Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
There he is. John
My
Candy's
dog.
son.
What the?
My dog. Is this a 5 or no? Because I'm getting left hanging big time, dude. Oh man, what's up, dude?
Justin Panic is here.
Go Giants, baby.
John Candy.
Oh.
That's what this is?
I was
I mean,
confused.
blue shirt, the glasses. Okay.
Train Explains and Always Home Alone.
Daniel
Uncle Buck.
Daniel Jones starting quarterback next year.
Yes.
Oh man, jeez.
Luke says Jake looking like he just woke up from a salvia trip.
Oh, wow.
You guys should do a John Boy episode where you all do ayahuasca together.
That's the goal.
That's when shit will get
That's what
real.
this is all building up for.
That's what you guys should all do.
We're gonna do that for our 20th episode.
But
Man.
the thing about the Daytona 500, I don't get it, but
Okay.
it's dudes being dudes.
Oh, yeah.
You can't hate that.
America.
It's
Americana.
America's. It's
a
America's
slice of
F.
Americana.
It really is.
The guys that went said they just like hooked it up full tilt, like access to every tent, and like dude, if you do anything
There it is,
with
Rob.
that
Pull that
level
up.
of
I need-
access,
I
This
need
was
that
us
in
in
my life.
Chicago.
That's awesome.
It was Joe's bachelor party. It was that as well.
I forgot about that.
We had terrible deep dish pizza, and we
Terrible.
watched street racing in the rain.
That's pretty cool, though.
We were in the pit.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a huge NASCAR guy. I grew up here, like in Long Island, New York City. But to me, like this was more my speed.
I
Like,
guess
on
for-
the street in the city with NASCAR.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Is he wearing the same shirt today? He's wearing the same shirt.
How you know it's a big day.
Wearing the same shirt, dude. This dude just time traveled on
He
us.
got his blue shirt on.
He either has a blue shirt, or he's got a red shirt.
Good for him. You want to know something? This guy knows how to minimize and not clutter his home because
That's
I
right.
guarantee he probably has like 15 of the same
He's
shirts.
like
closet
Hey
is-
Arnold.
yeah.
You know, he's just got the same shirt for every day.
Blue shirt, red shirt,
NASCAR
Dick
jet.
Sporting
Oh,
Goods.
that's the guy that always fucks me in code names. What's his name?
Kevin.
Kevin, dude. That guy
Social Kev.
screws me, bro. That guy gave me a board upside down. I'll never forget it.
There's us in the crowd.
I'll never forget
I
it.
think
This is the highlight of Kevin's strip by far.
NASCAR's. I think their goal is to get to the point that like if NASCAR's in your city, that you're like, hey, I should go to.
I should go to
Like it's
Yeah.
an event.
Yeah.
Because I mean, right now it's like, am I naturally going to travel to Daytona to go to NASCAR? No.
No.
I'd look for an excuse.
If it was around and it's a good time,
I think it has to
Go
do with
anyway.
the the popularity surge of F1.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like F1 is like really popular, but like only 2 guys are good at it.
We weren't allowed to say that word when we were out there.
That drive to
There's that one guy who
Survive
wins
is like
every
the
time, right? Max Van Hagenstein.
Max
Van Stappen?
Van Stappen.
Yeah, like I'm not rich enough yet.
Verstappen.
I'm not
Verstappen.
Yeah, Verstappen.
Verstappen.
I'm not rich enough yet to enjoy F1, so I'm still in my NASCAR.
It's like
era.
a European, like.
it's a workout.
Yeah, it's a workup, dude. Once you get to a certain tax bracket, you graduate to F1.
Yeah, you
I
go to the
watched
events.
the Drive to Survive, and then like tried to get into
That's
it.
why it got huge.
But then I was just like, you're a year behind, so it's just kind of like
What are we even saying here?
you're a
Like,
little it's just off. It feels.
Yeah.
It was a
You know?
video that never got posted, I think, fully.
I went around and walked the streets with Austin Cindric. He won the Daytona 500 one of these years.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, dude. Hey, listen, man. You win anything in life, it's awesome.
Oh,
A
wait,
lot of people didn't think he's an athlete.
Our guy Ronnie.
Yeah,
I
Ronnie
forgot
was
he
deep in
went
it.
nuts at the end of this because, you know, our access was a little limited, like
Yeah.
rightfully so.
First time
I
around.
was next to him.
Dude, Ronnie
was all over the
had a
place.
camera.
He was in the winner's circle.
Got in the winners. Like they're
That's-
popping bottles around. Like that's the dude who won.
Is this kid still?
Yeah.
Is that kid still with the company,
Yeah, yeah,
Ronnie?
yeah.
Well, he deserves to be.
Yeah.
That's an amazing
Right?
shot right there.
Yeah.
That alone, if they were like, "Hey, listen, progress report."
the guy that won.
I'm like, look at this.
Ronnie's the man.
That's a viral video.
I won the race.
Yeah,
Nobody
he's
fucks
Ronnie
with him.
was in that shit.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Let me ask you guys a question because I'm kind of, I'm here at John Boy, but I'm not here at John Boy, right? Who is the best actual baseball player that works here? Like, who went the furthest?
Ooh. Well,
Oh.
outside of MLB.
Outside of, like,
guys.
Plu-
Yeah, outside of
Yeah.
guys that, like, I'm talking like
John Cox.
The core four.
Did John Cox?
Cox played college ball. Dan played a little college
played college ball.
You play college
I played
baseball?
against Lou
West
in
Virginia.
I played junior college.
Well, I mean, K-Mac, he's another guy who's with us, not with us. He was a Yankees minor leaguer.
Yeah,
Okay.
He like does the
Yeah.
baseball stuff.
Yeah, he's up there.
That was our first he was our first test of how far can we push this?
Right. Yeah.
Like, dude, he hit like 275 at high A.
Yeah.
Like, solid ball player. Didn't fit the Yankees vibe necessarily.
Yeah.
Kind of a button pusher.
Yeah.
Thank
I hear you.
So we
Thank you,
welcomed
Maddie.
him in. And that was our first test of like, hey, for what we're doing, our level of fuck around / like half backyard talent,
Yeah.
can we make this work? And we kind of can. Although, well, he's K-Mac's good. But,
K-Mac's good.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
you just got
it wasn't me.
rough. But with the company, is it you?
I don't want to. I'm disqualified from this question. I'll say Lou because I played Lou in college. He went to
guy.
Farmingdale. I went
Lou's
to Suffolk.
nasty.
Lou was good. I remember him as a
Lou Rakes.
shortstop. Lou was a smooth fielding shortstop back in college.
No, when you just look at how someone holds a bat, and
Yep.
you're
Yeah.
like,
Well, that was my thing. That was my thing in high school. Everyone on my team. So my high school team, we went to the state championship.
okay,
But like Section 1, Class B.
okay.
So we went to the state championship twice. And by we, I mean them. You know what I mean? Like, I was there. I was on the team. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
was
understand.
I would just dip and shit, and like every once in a while, I would tag up for the catcher because they had that
Nice.
rule where they had to put their gear on in between innings, and they'd just be like, "Yo, tag up for the catcher." I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, let's do it." But like, I was like, I'm going to have to be the best looking person in the box when I get into the box. All
baseball
my
kind of is that.
yeah, all my friends that went D1 from that team, they were like, yo, we used to talk about he's like, dude, when I was at Wheaton, he was like, I told people this kid Danny has the best stance and he fucking sucks. I was so bad, dude. I couldn't hit.
Did you have
for
the accessories?
shit.
Did you have like the wrist, the
Bro,
elbow guard?
bro,
We were
I-
a couple years before that. I feel like accessories went nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah, but
I got
yeah.
on the tail end of it. I had a kid on the team. He had the ankle thing. He had the thing. He had the armband. He'd be like take it all off when he walked, and he like wasn't that good either. So like he was more accessories guy.
On the
I was an
armor.
accessory guy. But I went full Manny Ramirez. I went pajama pants. So my number was really high because in high school, the higher the number is, the fatter you are. That's what it is. You know what I mean? If you see a kid
That's
wearing
accurate.
fucking 87 playing basketball, he's a fat mess. You know? So I was like, listen, give me the fattest jersey, which was like a 99 jersey. I took the pants and
Over
folded
the
them
coat, yeah.
down, and I
On
put
the-
my spikes
through it. Yep.
Spikes
Around
through
the same
the
age.
pants.
That was huge.
Yeah,
back
dude.
then.
I was like Manny Ramirez.
Who
I
was
grew
your
my hair out.
stance? Did you have like a stance?
So Mark McGuire's pre-swing was always my favorite.
Okay, just the little-
just
Do
the
it if you'd
little,
like to
yeah.
demonstrate. Please, headphones.
So, I used to step into the box. So my favorite thing to do when I stepped into the box was Bernie Williams always drew a line, right?
Oh yeah.
So I would draw a line, and my foot would be in the front. Both back pockets were out.
Wow. Double out.
I've seen
Double-
one out.
I've
I had
seen
double
one.
out.
Double out.
I had double out like this. If you could get it, please.
I saw a homeless man like
I
that.
had double out. Yeah, pretty much. Double out. I would start this way. I would draw.
Wow.
Need the dip.
It was sunflower seeds,
Yeah.
but it was dip. It was dip. I do this stance right here. Then I would go kind of into like the Ichiro,
Sure.
kind of
Jim Tomei.
Jim Tomei a little bit,
yeah.
and I let the bat just bounce like this,
Yeah.
It's art.
like this.
That's nice.
Like this. And when I took pitches, which I did all the time because I couldn't fucking hit, I took every pitch. My big thing was release, grab your dick.
Wow.
Oh
And
yeah.
I held the bat here,
Yeah.
got the sign, hand on the Johnson,
Yeah.
and then brought it back in, looked down.
No wonder you're a performer. That's just performance
Yeah,
art.
that's
This is
what that
performance
is.
art.
No, I had an amazing stance. Every time I would come back to the dugout, my friends would be like, dude, your stance is so dope, and you fucking suck.
Put it all together, and you got yourself a ball player.
Yeah, dude, if you don't have a cool, see, someone says back pockets out is sloppy. You guys don't know what baseball was like in 2005.
Yeah, it's
That's my
good.
pr-
You
that was my
gotta.
prime.
You need that look.
You need big pants
If
and
you
a
could get
big
pine
jersey.
tar, We couldn't get pine tar in my high school.
I got the extended
it was
length
so
pants.
crazy. You put pine tar all over your
Because Bonds at the time was the first to put it over his cleats, and I was like, "Wow, Bonds!" Like everyone started doing it on our college teams, over the cleat, through the back. That was
always you just hammered your metal through your pants.
That's what.
And we got in trouble. I got in trouble. I had to pay for new pants.
Yeah, because you're ripping them up.
Yeah.
I still remember, because I was hustle guy, high socks, all of it. And then I remember
Gym rat.
I remember.
Garden.
I remember. I remember
Took ground balls after the game.
Come on,
Coach's
let it hit
son.
me in the chest.
after wins.
So I remember, I forget, I'm in a slump or something. So I'm like, you know what, I got to change it up, right? That's what the pros do. So I was like, you know what, I think I'm going no high socks today. It was like my first game ever going high socks, and I looked at myself, and I saw I went from little leaguer to big leaguer. I was like, whoa,
Put his pants down.
that's how they feel. Yeah.
Listen, when Dion says "look good, play good," it's a real thing.
No, that's why
it's a real thing.
That's
It's
why I
a real
love
thing.
baseball, because it was like you can look cool. Like you're in the outfield, you can look cool. It's not
Wear
a
a
lot of
fucking
moving.
hat.
Yeah, you're
So I
not
love
really
the outfield.
moving a lot.
So I love the outfield.
Yeah.
You're just kind of looking cool. You kept in
Fucking
the box,
around all
like you
day.
said.
But the other thing that's true about baseball too, the ball will find you.
Oh, yeah.
And I sucked. And let me tell you something, man. That ball found me every single time I was out there.
Where they put you, right?
Always.
They put me in center. I used to be really fast. I was very, very fast. So I was recruited to play D1 football at Hofstra.
Okay.
And
Go Fred.
and then I went to the summer training camp and said, yeah, this isn't going to work out. I was like, dude, no way. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing this. I said, there's no chance. And then my dad didn't talk for me for like 8 years. But he's like, come on. He's like, you could do it. Like, show him. I'm like, Dad, these guys are like 245 pounds.
Yeah.
They were D1 at one point.
Yeah.
Was
Wayne
it also?
Corbett.
Was it like brutal training? Because I feel like we were also on the back end of like coaches
Sleepaway
could be
camps
like
and stuff.
actually
Yeah.
like hard. On
Oh yeah.
Two-a-days.
I mean, just
Like-
even in baseball, like the football thing, it was only a week, that thing, so it wasn't like as crazy as like double sessions that I had like in high school, doubles or triples or whatever. But I remember in baseball, I don't know if you guys had to do this. We would run pole to pole
Yeah.
Yeah.
until like someone died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, wrap it up. Like the one kid with sports-induced asthma is dead. Let's bring it in.
Good day.
My
Yeah,
college,
Clap it up.
Clap it up for yourself. Clap it up. This guy's dead.
my college coach was an NYPD, and he would come off these 24-hour shifts of not sleeping and just take it out on us.
Yeah.
And we would run more than we were running like a track team, like poles and trail of tears and every possible running
That's
thing you
brutal,
can do.
too.
I think the hardest training I had was like in DR, where the part of the training was playing under the sun. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're going to come out at 12 noon. with
That's
the sun-
huge.
The highest.
That's true. I never thought about that.
And it was just like, all right. And then I have a glove. I came from
sound
over
all
here. I have a glove. Meanwhile, my teammate got like a cardboard box. And I'm
Yeah, that
like,
Mariano Rivera glove.
I'm like, yo, I'm not playing today. He's like, yeah, bro. Like, but it's just the running the poles in that heat was
brutal.
crazy.
Because baseball practice is the best practice of all
yeah.
sports.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's-
like, hey, man,
yes.
let's warm up, little long toss, little position, cut 2, cut 3.
Yeah.
Infield, infield, outfield.
Infield, outfield, take a ground ball. Oh, no.
BP.
And then you get BP.
Even the term BP sounds like a leisurely activity.
Yeah. It sounds
Leisurely.
like something you do on vacation.
You would be bummed out when it would be like, all right, we're doing question mark turns at first day, and you'll be like, damn,
Yeah.
what are we in the
Those
military?
are the worst. The worst was like pitching fielding practice, or we do it first to thirds for
Yeah.
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Have a guy on first, guy on third, the pitcher, and then we play out every single scenario. I'm like, this is so boring. Let's just hit.
Yeah.
This is mad.
The other thing too that I hated about baseball was there was always that one kid that played catch that threw the fucking
Oh,
shit
God.
out of the ball.
Nightmare.
I hated
Nightmare.
those kids.
I got hit in the mouth.
Try hard.
Stop throwing the ball, dude. Stop working on your transfer time.
It's a
You
warm-up.
know what I mean? There's fucking doing this shit
That was Lou.
That was Lou. I was
outside
gonna say
of
that
the
was Lou.
Yo,
That was definitely Lou.
all the time
Pop
with the
times.
with the transfer work. Pop time. I'm like, stop throwing this ball at me
We're
this
getting
hard.
warm.
Yeah.
I'm 15.
I'd be like, yo, let's warm up.
I was warming up with a pitcher, and I'm like, the pitchers always tell you if they're gonna throw fastballs, off speed.
Oh, you caught?
No, I mean, we were just warming up. I was an outfielder, and he just started throwing pitches, and he started moving. I'm like, he's not telling me anything,
Yeah.
and he's working on a split finger. And one time the ball just dropped, this is high school, so I had braces.
Oh yeah.
Ball dropped, hit me right in the mouth. Lip got stuck. I had to go to the emergency room.
Bloodbath.
Lou Dab, who was the captain of the team, came to me because we were practicing in the gym. He's like, yo, first thing he says, I'm on the floor with blood. He's like, this ain't happen here, all right? Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. Insurance policy.
So this ain't happen here.
Dude, those
That's
gym
smart.
practices were tough.
Yeah.
Taking ground balls off of the hardwood.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's tough. I hated that.
Pop
My
up, hit you right in the
coach,
face.
my coach used to, when we used to work inside because of rain, we used to practice inside. He used to use a fucking fungo
The fungo.
in the gym, hitting ground balls.
Those things would take crazy hops.
And it was like Survivor. We played Survivor. Did you play Survivor? Like who could like field the most?
Yeah.
And it was like knockout for like fielding.
You're East Coast guy, right?
I'm an East Coast guy. Westchester, New York, Yonkers.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was always you're practicing inside until like April.
Oh,
so it would
yeah.
be snow on the ground, or the field would be underwater or cement.
The worst is like the last games of the season. Like by the 6th inning, it was fucking pitch blackout. Mm-hmm. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
we can't play baseball out here. I can't even see.
East Coast baseball is tough, man. That's why no one really makes it out of the East Coast. Like Mike Trout, just like unbelievable.
Oh,
because he
dude.
grew up in New Jersey.
Yeah, dude. I played against him in a fucking.
No way.
Yeah, dude. You want to hear this story?
I gotta hear this.
All right, so I'm 34, going to be 35. How old's Mike Trout now? 32,
Probably
right?
around there.
32, 33, if we could look that up. Because it adds to
32.
the story. He's 33?
32.
32, okay. So I used to live in a town called Avalon, New Jersey, which is South Jersey.
Sure.
Cape May County. He grew up in Vineland, Millville, and like the
Yeah.
Vineland area, which was like an hour north of us. I peaked in like 5th grade when it came to baseball. I was a switch hitter. I was a really good fielder, and I could pitch because I was at that time bigger than everybody else. So I made it to like the South Jersey All-Star game.
Nice.
So you go to the South Jersey All-Star game.
Those are
right?
good.
And you know, it's people from all over these counties. They come together and stuff, and they have like a little game, right?
Pre-internet, so you don't know anything about them.
Yeah, pre-internet, you don't know anything
No.
about them. But let me tell you something. They knew about who Mike Trout was.
Yeah.
So we get there. I'm like, what grade am I in? I think it was my last year that I lived there, which was 6th grade. I'm in 6th grade. This kid, it's like 4th or 3rd grade. He's in the All-Star game.
He's got a neck on him.
He's in the All-Star game of like this South Jersey thing. And when I tell you, I saw this kid play in like 3rd or 4th grade, and I was like, this 4th grader is probably 10 times better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the only
Humbling
story
moment
that I
for you.
have with Mike Trout.
Millville.
Yeah.
Millville, yeah, dude. Millville, Vineland, Jersey guys.
Yeah, when you play on the East Coast, it's like you don't. The kids out in Florida or the kids out in California, they play year round.
Yeah. Do
There's
you remember,
no off season.
Do you remember
So
Hugh?
they're so much better than us.
Do you remember Hugh Henry?
No.
Hugh Henry, he pitched in Mount Vernon, which is Westchester, New York area. So he pitched there. He ended up pitching at Pitt.
Okay.
We played against him when our team was really good and their team was really good. We were up by like 9 runs, so it's Danny time.
Coming in, baby. Let's go. Get that.
Yeah,
Mariano's music comes
yeah,
on.
yeah. I'm like, nice, dude.
Back
I was like,
pockets
"Where's-"
out.
I was like, where's my skull?
Back by.
I was like, where's my skull, dude? My coach would always be like, yo, you have to cover it with gum because if they see you
Right.
doing that,
You guys got suspended. Like, you had that in
You
our
got
school, too.
yeah, you
the
get
coach
suspended.
gets
Suspended,
fucked
right?
and everything.
yeah. So he was like, you have to wrap it in gum. And I was like, all right, pussy. So I'm like, whatever. So I wrapped it in like whatever. I go up. I'm like, you know what? I want to get a hit off this guy so bad. We know this kid's going to Pitt.
How hard was he throwing?
He's probably going to go get drafted. Oh, you'll hear in a second. We're like, all right, this guy's going to get drafted. They're gunning him 94,
Ooh, yeah.
93,
It's a real
94, 90.
speed.
Yeah, real speed.
It's a real speed.
You know that. You know
Yeah,
that
it sounds
sound?
like-
You know that
That's what
sound?
it sounds like.
That's
Yeah.
real.
But it like the RPMs are turned all the way up. But I'm like, you know what?
And it's at the knees, too.
Yeah,
Just got to run into one.
that's it. I just got to make contact,
Yeah.
dude. What's Barry Bonds say? Just like throw the bat at it. That's what it is. So I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be the best at bat of my entire life. Okay. First pitch, 4-seam fastball, hits me square in the back.
Oh, God.
Right in the numbers.
And I'm on the floor and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God. Everyone's laughing at me because they know it's Hugh Henry. This kid was throwing heat. I'm like, oh my God. I get to first base. they take me out of the game just to be safe. They're like, that's just make sure this kid doesn't have internal bleeding. So they take me out of the game, and my coach comes up to me. He goes, 94
Wow.
in the back. So yeah, those were my two prominent baseball moments.
I don't miss that.
Seeing Mike Trout on and then getting hit with a baseball. I'm afraid of the ball. I'll be honest with you.
Getting
I
hit
was
sucks.
too, man.
Getting
I'm
hit
afraid of
sucks. It's a wild part of baseball. Is getting hit with a ball that's coming in from 60 feet at 95 miles an hour. But I remember the first time I saw 93, 94, and it's just like, wow.
I'm afraid of the ball.
That's
in
the next level,
warehouse.
Right?
Like, dude.
Dude, that's where I always feel weird because like athletes literally are like, well, I was gonna say they're modern day warriors. We do have like military people that are modern day warriors. So I don't want to say that, but like Anthony Rizzo stands in the box. When he gets hit by a pitch, he just drops his bat and walks to first.
Yeah.
Don't rub it.
He plays it off like like nothing's happened.
Speaking of Yankees.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how these guys take this shit and walk and play for the rest of the game. I would need to be airlifted if I got hit by one of these fucking fastballs. If Josh Hader
In the thigh,
hit me in the
like,
thigh, dude, I would need reconstructive surgery.
The wrist is a tough spot.
take a week.
I mean, mentally, I knew I wasn't gonna make it. I went to
Physically, you had to get.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the time he figured out we all knew we weren't gonna make it.
I was
God, I
in
knew
DR. It was the first game, and these scouts. This kid was like 15, and these scouts were all back there. And this is their first game. I've been practicing with these guys. I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
I got in the box, and the first pitch he throws is four seam up here.
No.
Yeah.
And I duck down. It hits the bat though, and it kind of and it goes foul. And I'm pissed because I'm like kind of like shaking up, and I hear that he's like, 95. I'm like, okay. And I used to kind of laugh at my uncle because he played pro ball, like serious pro ball for the Angels, and he went up.
Yeah.
Played with them and all of that.
He made it to the show?
He made it to like spring training invite and was like AAA.
Listen,
making it.
As a weekend warrior, that's making it to the show.
He made it.
That's making it.
And anyway, so he said, yo, anything from 95 and above, you kind of don't see, you just hear.
Yeah. React.
He says 97 up, everything is like, it's like that sound that you made.
It's like seeds. It's scary.
You kind of guess where he's going trajectory wise, and your muscle memory just kind of takes over.
Nuts.
Yeah.
But at that time, he threw a curveball to strike me out, and I said, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done here.
Yeah, no, it's over.
I'm kind of finished.
So, Jake, let me ask you a quick question. Are you guys? Is Boone coming back?
We are probably.
Okay, all right.
Probably.
In the
We got
gush.
an live
We're
event with
talking.
him.
You got,
We're talking.
you have a live event
So
with
we're
him?
doing
Speaking of live
Monday.
events.
Yeah.
So a week from yesterday, we're doing
It's a musical.
Downtown Social.
Oh, nice.
We'll see if it gets me. So we're doing a live event. And then we're talking to his people and figuring out if we want to do like every week or every other week or same thing. But yeah, he really liked it. Like
Nice.
when we checked in with his people, we didn't know his people. When we checked in, we were like, I don't.
Well, yeah, he's got
where's he at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did he like it? I
And
think he liked it. By the
loved
end, I think he
loved
respected
it.
the
He
both
was
of
about
you.
of it. Yeah.
You want to know the good thing about that? Like, it's just talking ball, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talking ball.
Well,
you guys got into it a couple of times, but that's what talking ball is.
If you
Well, it
didn't
was
get
also
into it with them, then it would have
was
been
their
weird.
worst season in 30 years too. So that
Yeah.
was like, that's where Joez has a way.
So can you
Just-
Whether it's a NASCAR car or whatever it is, Joez has a way that we. So one episode we did trivia at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And he loved it. He's
Yeah.
like a baseball guy. And he's like, oh, I like this, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, we hit a chord. Like, let's
Yeah.
put that back there. We'll go, That week, they had, like, one of their first, like, awful weeks. Like, I don't know, maybe 6-game loser, or swept by the Red Sox. Like, Yankee land, bad.
Bad.
I remember this one.
WFAN peak. And so, I think it might have been our first time or second time, like, actually, like, bumping heads.
Yeah, he was like,
slapping
well, what
horns.
would you do?
Yeah, and we're...
Yeah.
So
I
whatever.
love that,
So
though.
the interview comes to the end, highs and lows, whatever. It's wrapping up, and then right at the end, and we didn't even process it at the time. He just goes, "Oh, so no trivia today?" And we were like, "No, that's it. That's what we got. Thanks, Boone." Blah blah. And so we post it. We're like, "Wow, that was kind of hot." Blah blah blah. Everyone in the office like goes checks it out on their own time. Joez walks up and he just goes, "No trivia? It's crazy." Like you're talking to Yankee fans, man. You just got swept by the Sox and you want us to be like, Yogi Berra had 3 hits on July 4th. Like, no way.
But Boone
dude.
wanted it though.
Yeah. So that was our first time that we were like, wow.
All right,
Just
so
a little bit of a disconnect.
you're gonna see him on Monday.
Monday. What do you got?
Can you get an inside scoop for me?
Sure.
Okay. Ask him if Stroman's going to be allowed to wear the DuRag on the mound.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
If there's not a Yankee
kinda
DuRag day
I kinda
at
need
the
that.
stadium
I
this
need
year,
that.
I'm going to lose my freaking mind.
That's a real
That.
question.
I need the do-rag, though.
Yo,
I
a
need the
DuRag day at the stadium
Yes.
would go crazy. Because if you guys don't understand, I'm sure everyone watching here is a Yankee fan. 161st Street and Jerome Avenue is hood as fuck.
Very hood.
Okay? So what you have to understand is the best promotional day that they will ever have is Marcus Stroman DuRag Day.
Oh, yeah.
And don't just give it to kids under 12.
No.
Let the adults come in there and let everybody get a Marcus Stroman Yankee DuRag, dude.
There it is.
It might get a little hood in
I
there,
think
though.
that's dependent
Oh,
on.
yeah.
It might get crazy.
If he has a
Shit,
great
you been to
April,
Jerome Ave?
he has a great April. I think we see that in May.
Oh, dude. They got to let him wear the Dewey.
Yeah.
They have to, right?
Let him wear the silky, man.
I don't remember a Yankee wear. I don't even remember Yankees with braids.
No, not because they don't have long hair.
Well, the thing,
But braids keeps it short.
Right.
Braids
you
keeps
do
it
it.
short.
What's his name had it recently? The reliever that came over from the Mets. The guy, he threw from 3/4 arm.
Miguel
He
Castro?
Yeah, he had some type of.
Yeah, he had
Braids.
something going
He had
on.
braids?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the good thing about a DuRag day, it gives 50,000 white people a reason to wear a DuRag.
That's what I,
The visual alone of that.
so that's what when
That
you,
would be amazing.
when you first said kids only, that visual like blew my mind. Like just a bunch of kids from Greenwich, Connecticut hopping
Like
around.
Michael Scott with the do-rag on.
Bro, when I was a kid, like 1994, 1995, bat day, they were real bats.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Real
get
bats.
the smaller version.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
but
now it's just this little shit that you could like, you could still kill someone with it if you really wanted to.
You
I
can
got a
hear it.
facade
You
of
can
that.
hear it in Michael K's voice. Like every year, they'll bring up Real Bat Day, and Michael K's like, "We don't do that.
We don't talk about that anymore. Yeah.
Boone was on another podcast that I won't mention the name of, but he was also doing he was sitting on the ground again.
Yeah, I don't know what that's.
That's a
about.
preposterous angle. I've
Maybe
never
it's
seen.
like a back thing or something.
Yeah, maybe
I
he's
don't know.
grounding himself.
Did you notice? Did you remember that clip from last year's?
Yes.
Talking Head? He like the camera zoomed out and he was sitting crisscross style.
Yeah.
And-
Crisscross applesauce.
Yes. And then he was
Still
on the
blows my
show
mind a
last
little
week,
bit.
and he was the same thing. The camera was wide, and he was sitting on the floor.
It's a ground guy.
Probably a hip, maybe so the hips, loosen
Something
the hips.
going on there.
You
played like
imagine
12
Casey
years, right?
Stengel sitting crisscross.
There it is. It's probably the most infamous moment of the whole thing.
Thank God.
Oh, look at Jake's face. Look at Jake's face.
Man. So
The
that
best is Jake's recovery from that face. Go.
well, that's all the comments on it were like,
Thank God he had pants on.
Wait, but you got to look
Right?
at Beebs.
Yeah.
Look at Beebs.
If you just isolate Jake, it's nuts. I watched this so many times.
Look at he's smiling right there. He's starting to laugh right there. Watch the part of his lip. Watch. Right there.
Look at BBD in the
This guy's
corner
sitting on
too.
the floor.
I
Beebs
can't.
pops.
I
up.
couldn't believe it, and it was like, do we talk about
you
this?
recovered
Do we
well.
is this a never talk about it, or do we talk about
Did you
this
ever
right
ask
now?
him
Do we have a
about it?
date? Episode 919? Like, what part of the season were they in? Were they still trying to make the playoffs?
you
Were
know
they
it's-
still convincing us that they could make the second
Yeah.
wild card?
Yeah, what did Steinbrenner make him sleep on the
What-
floor?
I've watched this clip obviously a ton. Usually just on my phone, and that's the first time I've noticed. Like, it looks like I almost get punched by a ghost at first. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
No, I would do the same, bro. I would probably have lost it. It's just
I mean, that's a crazy image.
that's
Dude,
an
and-
insane image.
Like, I would only expect like certain people to do that. Like, you guys know who like Rick Rubin is?
Yeah.
Like all-star. Like, if Rick Rubin was doing that, I'd be
Right.
like, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Makes
It's
sense.
a baseball manager.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy is, or like, if Phil Jackson was doing that, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like
Aaron
doing yoga.
Boone, Aaron Boone to me is a chair guy. To me,
Yeah,
seems like a
it
chair
feels
guy.
like a chair guy.
Couch, chair, like.
Dude, doesn't it hurt
So
your
is it a
knees
phone? You
after
think
a
he's on a
while?
laptop or a phone?
So we think.
That's an iPad.
yes,
That's
that's
an
what our
iPad
research
Oh, so he's got the
found.
iPad
Because
with
it
the back
goes-
on it.
and it's
If
got
it
that.
traces.
Yeah, that whatever they.
That horrible
Brought-
Face
Auto
trace.
zoom
Face
or
trace.
whatever.
Yeah, where it like follows you around.
I like that we're just doing this
Just
to each
going
other.
like this.
Yeah,
This is face trace. How do you guys feel about
Infamous moment.
How do you guys
Talking
feel
Yanks
about
history.
Soto hitting third and Judge hitting third? I mean, Soto hitting second. and Judge
That's
had
what
third.
I always like. They didn't like. They said, "Oh, Judge second. He likes a second," but I think you got to put the kid there and short porch. And I want to see more left-handers quicker.
Yeah. Well, this
Just
is
to
our
remind me that there's left-handers.
this is our answer to not signing Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
if we sign him.
This
again.
is Soto being
We're
here.
gonna sign him
You
again.
better
Soto
sign-
being
better
here is
sign
to make
We're
up.
gonna sign him again because they're not spending fucking money now.
You have to.
Soto being here is to make
Yeah.
up for all the missed opportunities.
Yes, because he's younger than Harper. Some say he's better than Harper. He's a winner. I mean, I'm a Harper fan. I'm a Harper
He's
fan.
Dominican.
Harper
Would have been
Dominican.
amazing on the Yankees. Oh
Harper
my God.
would have been amazing on the Yankees, and him coming out and saying they never called him is crazy.
That's a problem. That's a problem. I think they literally,
Yeah.
we've dug into it. There's literally quotes where they were like, yeah, you know, the Yankees fan base was too into it. We didn't really look into it. And it's like, yeah, sorry, it's
That's
too obvious.
insane. Look at him
Yeah.
looking around.
It's like, what?
What?
Sometimes when things are too obvious,
That's what you're supposed to do.
like, dude, how much Bryce Harper would have leaned into being a
Yes,
Yankee?
man. Look what he's doing about being a Philly. And
Right?
They don't have the biggest
Yeah.
history.
Bro, he was.
And the
that-
Phillies are good.
The Phillies are good.
And the Phillies are good,
They have
man.
history, but it's not like Yankee
He
history.
would have learned all of the Yankee history. If
I'm
he
at,
didn't
he'd
know
have
it.
some weird stuff where he'd be
Well, you know,
like,
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah,
he
like
starts-
he-
He'd wear like
saying
Babe
all
Ruth's
sorts of-
hat on
Yeah,
the field.
he's like a
Remember when
savant.
David Wells
Yes,
did
he
that?
Yeah.
He's like a
But
savant.
he's also, we were talking about baseball fits before. I've become to appreciate him so much. He's so calculated,
Yeah, very
head to
calculated.
toe.
It's so but you gotta have the
art.
body. You gotta have the body.
That helps. That
The
helps.
body with a tailored
The hair.
Oh, the hair,
He's a-
the
he's a-
headband. He had the cool elbow
All
thing
of
for a
it.
while.
He was
It's
just
like,
born
this
to be a
guy
baseball
fucks.
player, that kid. He was
He
just
is.
born to be a baseball player.
He is.
Front cover. He's like the LeBron. He's the LeBron of baseball. He's on the front cover of Sports Illustrated.
Dude, he.
That's a clown
Didn't
question,
he-
bro.
Look at that. You don't want that guy on your
Oh.
team?
Nah, we're good.
You don't want that?
No call. Not
Yankee
gonna call.
fans want that too much.
Didn't he
Two-time
leave-
MVP?
Nah, we're good.
Didn't he leave high school early to go to like a
JUCO.
JUCO
Yeah. I've
for
watched
a
his
year
at-bats.
to get drafted early?
He was
Yeah, dude.
16,
He was a-
17
when we were
playing against
kids-
20-year-olds.
When we were kids,
What a
he was a
sicko.
fucking legend.
Yeah.
What a sicko.
He was
Yeah, I
like, yo,
remember.
did you see that video of him in Tropicana Field?
Tropicana
And it
Field,
was like
yeah.
all pixelated.
Yeah,
you can't see where the ball went.
Same thing with LeBron. We're watching LeBron highlights, mixtapes when YouTube was first came out of him.
Yeah, dude. I remember
people up.
I remember sitting at home with my dad watching LeBron on ESPN play Oak
Yeah.
Hill Academy.
Yeah, Oak Hill against Carmelo.
Mount
Crazy.
St. Mary's.
Crazy.
dude.
But the thing that kills me about baseball is why doesn't everybody just swing at the first pitch?
Ooh, interesting.
My high school coach made us take the first pitch, and it scarred me for like the rest of my baseball
It's the
career.
best pitch you're going to
Best pitch,
see.
cookie.
And then the other thing, too, is these are my two biggest problems with baseball. Not swinging at the first pitch. Robinson Cano swung at the first pitch. Like, I think every fucking at-bat he was up.
It felt like
And he was very good.
Altuve.
Altuve, first pitch, swing.
time.
It's the best one. Major League Baseball is so hard.
You want us to bring it up to Boone?
Yeah, please. Why don't you...
DuRag day, swing at the first pitch.
Do-rag day, and then you have first pitch day, where you literally...
Everyone has to.
1 through 9, you're all going to swing at the first pitch.
The game is 45 minutes.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hey, we're into that.
But
that's what they want.
Speed up the game.
that and the other thing is, why are we not swinging 3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of here. Like some guys
Swing
still don't
3-0,
have it,
dude.
But
yeah.
Who swung
What are we
3-0 when they were
looking
up
at?
big? What was that, 2020 game, 2021 game? Someone swung 3-0, hit a moonshot, Acuna.
Yeah.
Turned into a week-long debate in the baseball world.
Right.
Like, this sport is
Yeah,
lame sometimes.
it's
This
still-
sport is
yeah.
so lame sometimes.
Well, baseball is the lamest sport because it's the oldest.
Unwritten rules.
So the unwritten rules
It's
are
tough.
like centuries old. Dude.
Right.
Do you see the sorry, Jake. There
Please.
you go.
no, I was just. I mean, some of the rules are just so tough to explain. There's some bizarre stuff. Whether it's sack flies, like just explaining what's going on there. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
It gets in its own way a little bit.
Tatis Jr., that's who hit it. Thank you, James.
Yeah.
Tatis.
Yeah, he swung 3-0 and hit a
Oh,
grand slam.
And
Right.
it was
And he
already
had
a
to
blowout.
apologize.
They were already winning. He had to
They were like
apologize.
12-0 or whatever.
Yeah, Eric Hosmer was like, I'll talk to him.
That's
Apologize.
I'll talk to him.
I do hope. I hope like coaching kids as the couches get older slowly. Dude, I remember taking pitches as a little leaguer. I'd watch the Yankees broadcast, and
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Look at Paul O'Neill taking
Working the
pitches."
count.
And then I'd be at Little League. I remember one of my coaches yelled at me, and I wish I appreciated it more. But he was a Red Sox fan, so I think I didn't. But I would take the first strike most of the time, and then I'd look back at the ump and be like, yeah, good call.
Is that a strike? Is that a
Swing
strike?
the bat.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
Like
But
that-
those Yankee teams were notorious for working
Jeter-
counts.
I
Get
was
into their
doing the Jeter
bullpen.
thing. I was doing
There's
the
no
Jeter
bullpen
thing.
in Little League.
Working counts. The Yankees' two biggest problems always is working counts.
Yeah.
We don't have any speed. So like it's like we have Volpe, but like other than that,
He needs
so
to
what
get
are we
on
working
base.
counts for? Like if Rizzo walks, who gives a shit?
Station to station baseball now.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what are we gonna bunt?
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna do that.
No
so it's-
speed, no bunt.
That's my biggest problem with that. And then the other thing that drives me nuts, absolutely nuts, and I'm happy that they fixed it, were the shifts. They ruined people's careers
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
that.
the shift, that was a good move. The shift in the pitch
They
clock were
they
great
ruined
moves.
people's careers with that.
Literally.
Manfred's in the Hall of Fame. 'cause of that.
You spend 25 years of
Manfred's
your
in the Hall of
life
Fame.
learning.
Definitely.
You're a lefty hitter. 25 years of life. Fastball in. I'm just going to get in, rip it through the right side, base hit.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a major leaguer.
Nope. What about up the middle?
Up the middle.
Up
dude.
the
the
middle.
middle.
Up the
You've
middle.
taught your whole life to get the
That
ball up
would
the middle.
break
You still
my
can't go up the
heart.
middle. They
Kind of.
straddle the
Yeah.
bag now.
Right there.
They need
It's-
to, they need to open that up.
They got to open that up, man. It's
Get
there's-
rid of that rule.
Get rid of positions
Yeah.
then. So you can have your shortstop in the outfield? Come on, what are we doing?
Just
over
workarounds
there?
for everything.
I've seen the best shortstop of all time. my
Who's
whole
that?
life. Derek Jeter.
Oh, yeah.
And
Defensively?
That was a test.
Oh.
Defend
Nobody will,
The guy was playing third base next to him.
yeah, nobody will ever convince me that he was bad defensively.
No, he was. He was adequate.
It was fine.
I seen
fine.
he
He's
made
good.
every single play.
He was a big guy, though, too.
Yeah,
like,
he
this is
was.
what people don't
Huge.
get. Like, for that era, he was
tall.
a big dude.
Glove side up the middle. I saw a few trickle through.
That's pretty cool that we got to see that. Like
Yeah.
him, A-Rod, Nomar, like they literally
They're huge.
like shattered it. Cal Ripken deserves
shattered
some
it.
love. But like shortstops until that time
Omar
were
Vizquel.
5'9".
Mickey Tettleton.
Fucking like Fernando Vina.
Yeah, they batted ninth and they choked up, and they were like,
Yeah. 260 with a 300 on base, and they'd be like, Louis Aparicio is the best ball player I've seen.
Yeah, I was
Cal
like, this guy
Ripken started
hit one
it.
career home run.
you look at his stat page, you're like, wait, Louis Aparicio?
or you put out A-Rod next to like Omar
Oh my
Vizquel,
God.
and they play the same position.
It sucks that A-Rod doesn't get any respect.
I know.
He was
You,
so
want to know what it is? It's
so good.
I've never seen somebody that good disappear like that. Because it's not like Bo Jackson was really good, but he only played for such a short time, so I
Right.
can understand him disappearing a little bit. A-Rod played for like 20 years
Yeah.
and pretty much hit 700 home runs.
Yeah.
And we're all just like,
696. He'll remind you on his Instagram.
Yeah, you will.
700 homers.
That
I
became
don't care if you're on juice.
yeah,
That's a lot of home runs.
Counting postseason, he probably hit 700 home runs because he didn't hit a lot in the postseason. But you know, it's what it is.
that.
If there's no A-Rod in 2009, we're waiting,
no,
boys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been since 2000.
We're waiting.
Waiting big time.
We're waiting.
2009, so long ago.
Yeah, man.
Half our office
in my
doesn't
prime.
like, know what a Yankees championship feels like.
That's the best thing in the world.
How old are you?
Is that haircut?
Trick question. right?
25.
Yeah, this haircut.
You're
fresh
25?
shave. 34.
You're 34? All right, so you're already.
Yeah,
I'm over
I'm
here
there.
talking to him. I'm like, yo,
I'm
these
with you.
These kids don't know.
I mean, look at him today.
No,
These
I mean
kids-
when I bust something like this out, I could walk around a college campus.
You're getting
and,
carded.
I'm old.
You're getting carded,
But-
baby.
Yeah, imagine getting
It's
carded.
crazy.
You're getting carded.
I will say there's days now I can look old. Half of my life I couldn't look old. I'm
Yeah.
5'7" on a good day.
Me too.
Clean shaved face.
You look good.
I'm starting to hit a sweet spot
Yeah.
where it's like, you know, I could put an outfit together and be like, wow, he's not in awful shape.
It's
He's
grown.
like-
It's grown in sexy stuff. Grown in sexy.
30s. What the 30s are about.
Right?
30s are good.
30s
good
are
times.
kind of nice.
I like the 30s.
If you really think about,
Almost
like,
done with them though.
think about your life in the grand scheme.
Right.
For at your age,
Right.
you're married, got a good
Times
gig.
are pretty good.
You're doing good, buddy.
Talking to Boone on a
And
weekly basis.
Talking to
And that's
Aaron
what-
Boone, you got all your hair.
That's what everyone says
You're doing
about
good,
everyone
Joey.
says about the 30s. They're like, you know, your body's not fully gone.
Yeah.
Like
You're looking good.
you're probably at a place in life where you're like comfortable with your career. Like
You got purple pants?
you're at grips with shit.
Yeah.
A nice maroon.
Yeah, if I give
My mom
advice-
got these for Christmas.
Kid's
and I
got
was
sign.
like-
He's got signed shoes on.
These were
those are Back to the Future.
Yeah, they're self-lacing.
Peter Moylan gifted me these shoes.
Oh man, shout out Peter Moylan. Dude.
Shout out
The
Peter
man,
Moylan.
the myth,
Just
the legend.
former MLB reliever
One of the coolest
gave me
guys
these
to hang out
shoes.
with. Oh my
Is
god,
he?
he's wild, man.
What's the over/under
Awesome.
Yankees wins this year? Can you
91?
pull that up?
BBD would know.
91?
I think it's
91.
I was gonna say 91.
91.
I feel like
91
they
and a half.
normally land around there.
I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hammer that over.
You're feeling
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm feeling the
They
over.
have to
fine.
be so much better.
Dude, think about how many like one-run games they lost last year,
And they were awful.
and they were
And they
bad.
Awful.
How many wins they have last year? 84.
93 and a half.
I don't like that.
No.
93 and a half.
That extra 2.5 wins. I'm out.
That line.
Oh, dude, I might have to tease that down. It's maybe push on 93.
Me and Danny and I have we've been building a friendship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some DMs, some texts, and we, you got to work your way up with basic guy stuff, right? So some sports and some gambling started off, and we we started off a little cold.
Yeah,
A couple of the bets thrown out
Yeah.
there were not.
yeah. Let me tell you something. I haven't won a bet. Shout out DraftKings. I haven't won a bet in like 2 weeks.
It's crazy how cold it can get.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's hot
and
and
the
cold.
craziest thing is NFL playoffs, the first round, those shits are supposed to be locks. Those are parlay locks, dude.
Those never miss.
Those are like the ones you're going to be like, hey, what's up? I'm going to parlay these two favorites and put $350 on it
Right.
to win $200.
Done.
Because you're going to win.
No way they lose, right?
No. And then they
Cowboy-
both lost.
Cowboys, bang.
Cowboys.
You know, as a Giant fan, I'm so happy they lost.
Yeah.
But,
I'm opening DraftKings. Aren't the Chiefs like underdogs?
they're
Yeah.
plus
I'm
3.5 on DraftKings.
Yeah, I might ride with that.
I'm riding with that.
I usually
too,
only
dude.
bet on boxing, but I will start.
Ravens are so much better, but the Mahomes just
Yeah.
That's what I saw
factor.
last weekend. I mean, it's hard to bet against
If
them.
they're around it in the fourth quarter and that guy's got the ball,
Right.
Oh,
And their
So-
defense
Okay
didn't
with
play
that.
well last week, and their defense is like, they can have a good game against them. And
yeah.
Lamar has some struggles in the playoffs, even though he looked outstanding
look
last
nasty.
he did. But the thing about football and being there before is very
That
real.
matters.
It's very real. But this is their first time on the road
Yeah.
in the AFC Championship, right?
Yeah.
Not having that crowd is a big deal.
week. Did in
Right?
Buffalo.
Yeah, but we all know that. we all know.
Buffalo.
We all know Buffalo going Buffalo.
That was tough.
That's what it is. I like how Josh Allen goes, our window's still open. I would fucking hope so.
Yeah.
You're like 12.
You're,
How, yeah, I think our window's still open. Yeah, dude. You're not even 30. How old is Josh
Well,
Allen?
they're gonna start paying him, and then everyone's gonna leave.
Yeah, then if he wants the window to stay open, you do what Brady did and took less money and lost
happens.
to Eli
It's
Manning
just-
twice
it's
the
Brady
Super Bowl.
didn't even take less money. He
27.
just got paid up front.
Yeah, he got paid
Remember
up
that
front.
for years? They're like, oh, yeah, they made Brady's money. He gets it today, and it saves the Patriots $20 million. You're like, what?
And they were acting like they were paying Julian Edelman $30 million to stay there. Paid him $450 and a Dunkin's gift card to stay.
Good Duncan.
But yeah. How old is Josh Allen?
27.
Yeah, I think
Mahomes
the window's
is-
open, kid.
Mahomes is 28.
Mahomes is
Yeah, but he's.
Jesus.
I know. Joe
We
Burrow's
just started
27
with
too.
If they win again this year, I heard something on the radio this morning driving in. The script.
Yeah.
There's a caller called in and said, Mahomes is going to win the Super Bowl, and then after the game, Travis Kelce's going to propose to Taylor Swift on the field and make it the most watched thing on the history
I'm
of anything.
so out on scripts.
Do you
in the
know how
NFL.
hard it is to
That's the
script
ultimate
sports?
script.
Yeah.
That's like
Once
I
the
don't know.
NFL,
That might be
once
the end of
NFL
them, Rob.
acknowledged it.
You hate scripts. That might be the
Yeah.
end all be all script. Then we're done with
The
scripts.
simulation just ends.
That's good. Yeah. You know what? It could be right.
I will
Could be
say,
right.
It's not that out of the question.
so I've had a sports Illuminati hat for a little bit because we're deep in it now. And
Yeah, it's your life.
here's my thing. If you're
It's literally our job.
if you're
it's your
running
lives,
if you're
dude.
one of the commissioners, you're running a $1 billion industry, things that come down to chance, you want to limit. Right?
Right.
Like, so again, you
Wait,
can
elaborate a little bit.
Take the probability out of it.
so if you had I got into a good debate about the NBA draft lottery.
Okay.
And it was
Stupid.
his argument was I was like, how
1985.
could the NBA be rigged if the Knicks haven't gotten hooked up in the lottery in forever, because a good Knicks team would break the bank for the NBA.
Yeah.
Like us not getting Zion.
It would.
Even though
go
he's turned out
nuts.
to be
like if
Or
you,
Ja Morant.
if you were the commissioner or anyone, if you were the commissioner, the New York Knicks and the money that they bring in the big games, how could you not press that button? His argument was the opposite. He's like, this is why the Pelicans keep getting picks, because the Knicks get their money anyways and they want to keep the other teams relevant. Yeah. My angle there was I don't think they really care about the other teams being relevant, because that's not where their money comes in.
No.
But I think they just do it in different ways. NBA last night, what happens?
Yeah.
Embiid goes for 70.
Crazy
Carl
yesterday.
Anthony Towns went for 61, 62.
Yeah.
Somebody who had 17 rebounds yesterday.
It was the anniversary of Kobe's 81,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
and it was the first night of the year that the other sports really weren't involved. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like the NFL
Freaking me
has
out,
two
Jake.
games coming up. this
Freaking me
week.
out a little bit, Jake.
Like last night, I was literally sitting on my couch, like,
Tin hat,
this
Jake.
might be the first time I kind of lock into NBA. Like the standings are sorting.
Wait, you said this before they went off with the
Before
points? Wow.
6:45 p.m., I was like, hey, it's kind of NBA time, right?
Yeah.
And last night's the night
But what do you
that
go for
Embiid
NBA?
goes
You go
for
to NBA TV? Like, how do you follow the NBA?
I mean,
the
if
Knicks aren't on,
if a
I'm not really
game's
watching.
on, if there's a game on and they got the
Last night?
TNT
Yeah,
crew, like
last night or
I'm a
tonight.
sports guy.
I
I'm
think
gonna just
tonight's
flip
the first
that
one,
on.
the Tuesday night game.
But watching that then happen, I was kind of like, I don't even know if that's Illuminati, but it's an opportunity for the NBA to shine, and the NBA shined last night.
Big time.
It did.
Like there's something there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's called referees.
Tim Donaghy. Tim Donaghy.
It's called one of the biggest scandals in sports ever.
That's a crazy Netflix doc. If anyone hasn't watched that, go Untold Stories, Tim Donaghy.
He was so open.
You got to really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's like, it's therapeutic for him now to talk about this.
Well,
It
this
was-
is why I only I have support for robot umpires and robot refs and all that stuff, because I mean you could still teach a machine to cheat, but
Yeah, but you think there's got to be a human element. There's got to be someone on the court or the field
I love human element
with the robot.
with the robot.
Assisting.
robot.
Yeah, just bring
A
them
team.
around. Yeah,
Wheel 'em out.
Team up with a robot.
Joe West brings out the robot and waves.
But let me tell you something. The Knicks are as popular as ever, and they don't have a bona fide superstar.
Right.
Like, I don't. But listen, Jalen Brunson's, in my eyes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
superstar.
but something
Yeah.
is
But there's
not
something-
clicking with him on the national scale.
That's what I'm saying. National scale. They don't have a Dame Lillard or a Giannis or whatever, like somebody that drives in. The most expensive tickets for Knicks games are when Steph Curry comes,
Yeah.
Right.
or when LeBron comes.
Like, could you? If
I
the
don't get
Knicks had
tickets-
LeBron, could you imagine the price tag?
oh my,
insane.
it would be ridiculous.
They're gonna draft LeBron's son.
You got to let it go, man.
He's coming, Pop.
Bro, he's 39. It's
And
over.
look at him.
He's
The
still
Knicks are
hooping
actually
up.
building a great
Stop.
team.
We're,
And like
better,
they're-
we're better than
the
them.
Knicks are one piece away.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like we're
We're
on the
bet-
same age, and Knicks fans for 20 years they were horrendous,
really bad.
like dead.
Like,
Like I thought the
horrendous.
Jaguars and the NFL were run better as an organization than the Knicks for 20 years.
Yeah.
and they were one of the worst organizations in all sports.
It's really hard to.
And on the precipice of being really good.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't-
You got to just be competitive and just be like, hey, I kind of want to play with those guys.
But even when the Knicks win games, like there's now the Knicks are has LeBron.
Yeah,
is
we
that
want
Bronny
Bronny
hitting his head?
We want this guy on the team, or was he doing
No.
that trend? There's like
trend.
a trend. There's a trend where people.
Oh, did you see that video?
no,
Should we
not-
watch random videos?
Yeah,
not
let's watch some
Gabe.
random videos.
You got I ordered lunch like a half hour ago. So
Oh,
Those
no,
are
yeah,
good
yeah.
combos.
But I'll-
you got sucked into
You're
some good
hanging out,
combos.
right?
Yeah, I'm hanging.
All
I'm
right.
hanging.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Eat some
Yeah,
lunch.
let's
you
do
guys.
some JM Live. We got 40 more minutes. Let's do some JM Live stuff. We have voicemails set up. We have some random ass videos.
Uh-oh.
My dog.
All right, let's do it.
Hold on. Nope. My computer froze.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, all right.
Oh, well, if your computer froze, then I can tell you, I can pull up a story right now.
I'll tell you this though, Gabe Kapler. That's like the one guy coach in the major leagues. I'd probably pass during a brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Be like,
jacked.
yeah, no, you got this.
He's jacked out of his
He's
mind.
jacked out of his mind. Is he
Plouffe
still
played for
coaching?
him.
He's now the the assistant general manager of the Marlins or something like that.
Okay.
So
Assistant
in
to the
he's in
traveling
front-
secretary.
Yeah, he's in the front
basically
office
George
of the
Costanza.
Also,
Marlins.
he's not an advisor. He's a general manager.
No, he's not general
something-
manager.
He's not
Assistant
general
general.
manager,
Yeah.
but he's up there in something. Yeah, but did you guys hear about that conspiracy theory in China sports about the man
China
running-
sports?
China sports. A
Yes.
man ran a marathon.
I have it right here.
A man ran a marathon who just chain smoked the whole entire time.
No way.
52-year-old man by the name of Uncle Chen. He ran a 26.2 mile. It's a marathon. Apparently, there's a no smoking on the track rule that disqualified him, Danny. He did it in 3 hours and 33 minutes, which is insane.
Wait, what? While banging heaters?
The whole
Yeah.
time. Continuous heaters.
Let me tell you something though. I wouldn't put it past a Chinese man to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like the entire culture smokes cigarettes.
Chain smoke.
They bang heaters. Now be able to perform like that
That's
is
crazy.
an amazing feat. But if you would have told me that someone was smoking cigarettes and ran a marathon in under 4 hours, I would say it was probably a Chinese man.
And he's done it numerous times. He previously done it, and he's been allowed to while keeping up his bad habit. But the Chinese Athletics Association implemented a new rule last year in an effort to promote healthy participation.
Oh, so the year before he would have won?
Yeah.
He did it numerous. No, he never would have won. He's like middle of the pack.
Oh, okay.
Despite smoking heaters the whole time, he's middle of the pack. He's kind of like a folklore type of guy. There, everyone's like, "Oh, there's the chain smoking uncle that runs the marathons," and under 4 minutes,
Oh
there he
my
is.
God, this guy's the fucking man, dude.
Uncle Chen. Uncle Chen.
Uncle Chen
It's the
banging
general.
heaters. Imagine you got stuck behind this guy.
That's the problem.
Brutal.
There's a mixed review. There are people that think it's cool, and then the people behind him that are just like health freaks obviously hate it.
I know, because he's breaking down barriers.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to tell me that you can run a marathon and smoke cigarettes at the same time, it's not the best for like kids,
No.
but for the feat of
Yeah.
mankind,
Yeah.
that's a man versus science
I
right
was
there.
gonna say if cigarettes were still cool, like Marlboro was like, we just found their new guy.
Oh my God. Isn't it crazy how not cool cigarettes are now?
Whenever I see like a person under like 50 or maybe even 40 smoking a cigarette, I'm like, wow.
I'm like, you've been doing this a long time.
That's nuts. Like seeing a kid, like a young person smoking a cigarette is odd to me because it's just like there's just so much information out there about how horrible they are.
Sorry.
Cigarette.
No, it's all good.
Jolly Olive.
Jolly Olive.
Jolly Olive.
What else do we got going
Good
on?
for him, man. I hope he lives forever.
Yeah.
Right? He's a good guy.
And I guarantee you that guy will outlive everyone in this room.
Right?
Right?
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
our
Probably.
like our grandparents lived into their like at least mine late 90s, and they weren't doing healthy shit.
No, dude. My parents, like my
Terrible.
my grandparents would like cook steak like on the street and eat it.
And like three or four times a week.
My grandmother was like 94 when she passed away. I'm like, I can barely go outside without catching a cold.
You hear about this Salt Lake City teenager who's been taping fish to ATMs?
Taping
No.
fish? What do you mean taping fish?
Is this like a political thing? Or?
No, dude.
Not the band. Fish.
Oh.
Salt Lake City teenager is in hot water after allegedly taping fish to ATMs in Provo, Utah, and documenting his antics on social media.
It's Banksy.
He's
Why? This is new art.
Banksy's back.
Banksy's
He's better than
back.
ever.
Like that would be considered art to someone.
You
Like
could sell that for like $2 million here in the city.
If this turned out to be Banksy, these ATMs would sell for $10 million.
Oh, that's true.
Hasn't Banksy, like, there hasn't been any of his paintings showing up?
Yeah, and like nobody knows like who he is.
Someone said Banksy's painting disappeared around the same time Jeffrey Epstein died. There's something for you. If Jake was still here, what is Illuminati,
You
Jake?
think?
You think Banksy was on Epstein Island?
Oh, I think Banksy was Jeffrey Epstein.
What?
End the show. Probably gonna get black. It's the show. Everything's gonna shut down.
Jay-Z
Yeah.
has his painting.
Yeah, blank Banksy, but keep Jeffrey Epstein in.
More on this fish kid. Among the displays posted online was a video that appeared to show 3 trout taped to a police car. So he's not just doing ATMs. He's going to police cars. The police department said Thursday there were roughly 13 incidents of the 17-year-old taped fish to ATMs. The fishy displays were shared on Instagram. On an Instagram account titled Fish Bandit 84.
Oh
I
wow.
don't understand why he's taping it, and he telling on himself.
It's unclear if the account creator did all the fish taping, Fish Bandit 84, but the bio of Fish Bandit 84 was live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs.
Yeah, this is like a new Batman villain. That's what it sounds like.
New Batman.
Yeah, like this is like their guerrilla marketing.
This had us. We were.
Bro,
we
you
were
catch that. Yo, in Gotham, you
Oh, the
catch your
middle
hands
finger.
for that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You get broken limbs.
I'll tell you right now.
You go up to the ATM, you're trying to take out somebody, and there's a trout just taped to it. That's so fucking random.
I think in
Take
New
it
York,
home
people
and cook
ignore it and just
Yeah.
use it and go about their day.
Would you try and just like work around it?
In New York,
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York City people work around it. Utah,
York-
this is #1 story in Salt Lake.
Yeah,
City.
because this is regular in New York. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small
Salt Lake
one this
City.
week.
It
Homeless
had us
man.
discussing before the show about Salt Lake City. I've been there once for a fight, and it was the scariest city I've ever been to.
Really?
You ever been there?
No, I've never been there, but I want to go there. I hear it's out there.
It's extremely white. It's extremely
crazy
clean.
place.
Extremely quiet. Out of nowhere, there's a NBA arena where the Jazz play. There's no people. Like, we're in a college town. I think BYU or.
Yeah.
And it was a Friday night.
No sex going on.
And none of that. The fight ended. I'm like, all right, let's have a
Oh,
night
sex.
out. Let's have a night out in Salt Lake City Friday night, and wasn't a soul out there.
You can't
I
beer.
go?
You can't brew over like 4.5% alcohol. I think something like
Really?
that. It's some weird rule where you can't have alcohol like beer more than 4.5%.
Or it's another rule too that when I was there is if you order a beer, you have to like food has to come along.
Yeah,
with it.
some
Can't just have a beer without
Mormon-
food.
It's
Really?
crazy, yeah. And then like right in the middle of the Salt Lake too, it's just this huge Mormon like castle.
Really?
It's like the biggest.
You gotta get a gig up there,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I gotta
church
get out
ever,
there,
dude.
man.
It's insane.
I got to get out there.
Oh, we got a Salt Lake City person in the chat. Mike, Provo, Utah's a very boring place. So taping Trouts to ATMs would be the #1 story there.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest thing that happened there in years.
I hope this guy just keeps going. I hope he tapes every ATM in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Just tags
He's
them
on
up.
to something. He's
Has
getting,
to be.
getting news coverage.
He's
It's
fishing.
Banksy. It's Banksy. We got our video back up. This
Yes.
Gabe Have you seen this Gabe Kapler
Yes,
video?
I've seen it.
It's so fucking bizarre. I gotta
Whether
get
you're gonna
the
walk somewhere
answers here.
or Uber or drive, and Google Maps says it's going to take you 10 minutes via car. It's probably about right. But if it tells you it's going to take 15 or 17 minutes to walk that same distance, it could be wrong.
Rob.
All you have to
Yeah.
Gabe Kapler is thirst trap media for women. If you look
Yeah.
at his comments,
Yeah, but
we follow him for baseball.
dudes follow him.
Yeah, but he's not posting content for us, Pop.
I
You
never-
think it's for us?
Yeah, no.
To be
probably
honest,
not.
man, I never thought about his content. I just thought about him as a manager. I didn't know
Yes.
is this like the gist of his content? Does he do these kind of like
He does a lot
He
of
does a
stuff
lot of
like
this,
this.
a lot of food reviews.
Yes, food reviews.
Going out to eat food, which I mean, honestly, the shit that he eats looks divine.
Yeah.
It looks so.
he looks
good.
like a good eater.
Yeah.
He looks like a good eater.
He's healthy.
Let me ask you a question. Do they?
Women love him.
This guy's doing like Scott Steiner math. Do they have CTE in baseball?
I think you could get CT.
Probably.
Can you get CTE
It's a
in
hot
baseball?
topic right now in sports.
It's coming up right here. in
Chandler
this
Jones
clip.
doesn't believe in CTE. He said the T stands for trauma. You can get trauma from anything.
Yeah, I guess, but his was from hitting people at full speed on
Yeah.
a football field.
Baseball, I feel like, is the least of the physical trauma of all the sports. Unless he got drilled in the head a bunch of times.
Gabe
This is a
Kap-
man that ran organizations.
Yeah,
And then he's doing
This guy
think
thinks-
pieces like this.
he swore he ate when he
do
made
is
it.
walk fast, and maybe you're cutting that down by 3-4 minutes. So don't let that make you get in the car. Just walk faster.
He's
Okay.
got a point.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, he
yeah.
does have a point
Yes.
in the whole like just walk faster.
Was that worth like communicating though? It's like
no, because
No.
it sounded like somebody was having a stroke talking to me. That's I was like, what is this guy talking about? This guy's talking about times and
Google
what Uber-
Maps.
Google Maps, dude. Just go walk somewhere, dude.
he pretty much said like, oh, my phone is telling me 17 minutes, but if I walk faster, I can get there in 13.
I thought he was. When I first watched it, I thought he was gonna be like, well, if you walk, you could actually look for shortcuts. You know, like go through this building and maybe you'll get there 2 minutes faster, like that sort of thing. But
That would make more sense.
that would make
Like, if
more
he
sense.
was like, hey,
like a tip,
Like a tip, like, hey, look at your surroundings. You might be able to get somewhere
or
faster.
like, hey, I'm a former Major League Baseball player, a manager. I've been to a lot of cities. So if you're in this city right here, here's a shortcut. No.
I think
that makes a ton of sense though to me in a weird way. I don't know why. I think I'm changing my mind.
Well, you're into this now.
I'm kind of into it.
I'm kind of
I'm
yeah,
kinda
right.
into it.
I think he was thinking
he's
about
right.
taking an Uber to a location. He says, you know what? Let me walk. He got there, saved a little bit of time, and said, let me post about this because I think this might blow people's mind.
Yeah.
Walking faster gets you to your place faster?
But
Because I walked faster.
But what if that was his thought? But then he's like, wait, I have to film this video and let the people know, and then doing so, he's walking slower.
Well, I think that too. But I think it was just his nice way of saying, "Hey, you lazy piece of shit."
Yeah. Walk.
Go for a fucking walk.
Go
That's
for
what
a walk.
Fayal's saying.
Yeah.
He wants
Yeah.
people to be healthy. He's a
That's
health
what.
freak.
Yeah, I my fatness.
Yeah.
Deciphered that message.
Healthy people always want other people to be healthy.
I
Oh,
agree.
dude, I
dude.
hate rich people, dude. Because rich people always want you to like do stuff with your body. Leave me alone.
Do you take the stairs if you're like going somewhere? You
No.
no. Stairs.
You
are-
walked here today, right?
Yeah.
No, you
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
I only walked here because my Uber driver fucking almost killed a Uber Eats driver.
What happened?
My
Hit him?
Uber driver almost killed a Uber Eats driver.
Do they have
Uber on
beef?
Uber crime.
So I didn't. My head was in my phone. So I'd be lying to say that I saw the entire thing. But what happened was, from what I gathered, was on my way here, I was around 32nd Street.
Yogging.
Someone was coming up. They were on a motorbike, though. It wasn't like a regular bicycle. It was a
Those things that are taking over
Moped?
the city.
a moped.
They're
Moped?
everywhere.
A moped.
They're
Yeah.
not, they're
Yeah,
everywhere.
a moped. So it was a moped, and I guess he went to cut him off, and he must have spun him out and threw the guy off the car. And they were getting into an argument. He messed up his thing, and I didn't understand what I'm supposed to do while
That's
I'm
a
there.
great question. That's
You know,
like
I'm like,
frustrating.
legally, am I supposed to stay here because like I'm a witness? But then I was like, you have a dash cam, bro, and like I have to be on radio in 15 minutes. So I was like, fuck this guy. I'm leaving. I have places to be. And he was like, no, you can't leave. Like, you saw everything. I was like, I didn't see shit, dude. And I just left.
I'm out.
Yeah, I was like, I have to go, dude.
But then
Sorry
you
about
walked
your
from that
order.
point?
And then I walked. It was like 3.5 blocks.
How fast did you walk? Gabe Kapler levels?
No. I didn't go Gabe Cap, but I went like, I went pretty brisk. You know, I don't like people waiting for
It's
me.
warm out today.
I get anxious when people are waiting for me. I don't like leaving people in the lurch.
Punctual. You're a punctual man.
In the city, I agree. I think you could walk faster from like 34th Street to 42nd.
Yeah.
Could walk way faster.
There's nothing
than what it
better
is
than
you
when
take
you
in a
give
cab.
up on your
You
Uber.
can't do that in the city.
That moment
You
where
have
you're
to.
like, I can walk the rest. Pop the door open and then you're free.
I love the revels though in New York City.
Okay.
I love riding those.
Is that? I
little
thought they were
motherfuckers.
shut down.
Are they? I was
I
gonna
heard-
take. I have to go to my doctor after this, so I was gonna ride one.
Jay, I thought the revels were done. I could have
They're
sworn.
very big in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
If there's a
That sounds
revel
about
outside of here, I'm cruising.
It's not bad out today. It's like 40. You're
Yeah,
good.
man, cruise a little bit.
Yeah.
Said it was supposed to snow, but
Not
I haven't
till
seen
later.
any.
We're good.
I haven't
We're good.
seen any. I haven't seen any.
Pop up some more videos. 'Cause we
Yeah,
have
have you seen
voicemails, too.
So this is a woman who went to a college campus to promote some abstinence.
If you buy her one margarita, she will spread her legs.
That's great. I mean, that's just advice.
She ain't lying.
They were like, spit,
So
bars,
is she giving
bars.
is she giving advice or is she telling people to abstain or?
Well, I believe she's telling people to abstain, or at least like, hey, listen.
I don't think it's a pro-sex rally.
It's not a
Joe.
pro-sex
Oh,
rally.
I thought it was pro sex.
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, no.
She is for abstinence.
Oh,
She started off with a
Yeah.
really good point.
yeah,
Keep going.
She had me in the beginning.
well, yeah.
She had me in the first half.
If you buy her 2 margaritas,
What do you think? What do you think will happen if you guys buy a woman 2 margaritas?
It's got to be butt stuff, right?
Yeah. It's gotta be
Margarita by the
something.
leader.
It's got to, yeah.
she will pounce right on your penis.
Is the crowd? Is that the crowd noise?
You're the dudes. Yeah.
She is.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Even like all the girls too, they're all laughing.
There's a
It's
kid in the back
hilarious.
taking notes. He's like,
For 3 margaritas,
Uh-huh.
she will grab your penis and put it in her mouth.
Honestly, pause it for a second.
Yeah.
I would have thought that'd be first margarita.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You know, first margarita mouth, second margarita pounce,
Pounce.
and then third margarita, everything's fair game.
especially at Applebee's, they make them pretty heavy.
Yeah.
4 margaritas. She will grab your penis and ram it right up her anus.
There we go. We made
That's
it.
it.
You know, I had the math kind of right.
There. Yeah. You're 1 margarita early.
I had the right. First of all, this woman is like the
worst at this?
Yeah, she's like cutting like a Stone Cold Steve Austin promo.
Right.
It's like one beer,
2 beers. What? 3 beers. 4 margaritas. Shove a D right up your anus. Give me a hell yeah.
How did she bring this home?
Oh, just wait.
How did she deliver her message?
What's 5 margaritas? What? What?
She will strap it on and peg you.
Yes!
Time out.
Hell yeah, dude. Nah, you guys can't be. Come on. We were all on the same page.
That's it.
Dude, for an anti-sex, she knows a lot about
the
it.
Limit's 5.
Is 4. Obviously. The limit's 4.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I'm not providing.
I'll go 4.5.
I will not provide a 5th.
A little finger.
I'll go 4.5 margaritas.
Is there more to that?
Yeah.
No, that's bad. Yeah, that's it.
I wanted to know how she was gonna. I wanted to know how she was gonna bring that home to her message.
Yeah, how is she supposed to?
What was her message?
She's promoting abstinence, saying
promoting
that
sex.
if you
Not.
have too many margaritas, you're gonna get something up your butt.
Yeah. And then 6 margaritas is diabetes.
Okay, yes.
And that was the end of that. It was also an anti-diabetes speech.
Yeah, right? No. I have diabetes. I do. I'm type 2 diabetic. It's all right.
Yeah.
You don't have to be sad. Everyone's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
Do you have to do the shot, or is that? Like
No.
one.
That's type 1.
That's type 1.
My buddy growing
I
up
always
was
get
type 1.
confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's-
crazy.
That's Jay Cutler. I got,
Oh, okay.
who do I have?
Just diabetes.
You know, the worst thing about diabetes type 2 is you give it to yourself.
Diabetes.
So, like, all of your fat mistakes come to you in a form of a disease.
My buddy had type 1, and he had the thing.
I gave myself a fat disease.
Okay. Hey, at least you don't have to.
No,
get
but I'm
pricked.
working on it.
You don't got to get pricked every time, and take your blood and all that stuff.
That's
I'd rather
scary.
have type 2 than type 1.
Type 1's very
dude.
scary.
Type
I
2,
remember when
dude.
my friend found out
Type
that he
2's the
got that.
set.
Type 2 is legit.
When your friend found out he has diabetes.
Yeah, like he was like, "Why am I peeing so much? I don't understand." And then he went to the doctor, and they told him, and he was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, dude, it's rough. It's a rough disease. It's a rough disease. Nothing a little pegging can't help, though.
Away from that 6th margarita.
Yeah, right, right.
Out there.
All right, here's the next one we got after this.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn, she's still going? This promo's amazing.
All right, so here we go. We got a.
Now we're talking.
We have a. I believe this was a twerking contest.
Look at that woman
Dre,
in the
do you
back.
know exactly where this was?
This was in Provo, Utah.
This was in Provo, Utah.
Provo, Utah. Yeah.
And so this man.
We're blurring out Jake's face.
Has an unfortunate.
Stop.
Wait,
Stop.
no way.
It's like a nightmare. Dude, wilding out is weird.
Hold on. What's happening to this man right now?
From
Is that,
my
is that monthly
understanding.
stuff?
Yeah.
That's monthly stuff? Super bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the opposite.
Booty stuff?
His stuff.
Oh, wait.
He creamed his pants.
Oh, he beat his L.
Yeah.
He beat his L.
Yeah.
Ah, good for him.
And and they're just putting it on the big screen
Oh my
for
god.
everybody to see. And he's just laying
I guess
there.
everything's off limits when you go to a twerking contest.
No.
That's a different movie.
He beat an L.
What's that movie?
Yeah.
He beat an L.
They all work at the airport.
Oh,
She's out of my league.
She's out of my league.
She's out of my league.
That was a good
Underrated
one, yeah.
movie.
Very underrated movie, actually.
He did that.
He did.
He called it an oyster. He's like, and then the dad comes in and won't shake his hand.
The only problem with that is that it was not that big of a space.
No. Yeah.
Who spotted the jizz?
Right.
Right.
You know?
The guy.
So
The guy,
The
yeah,
mic
another
guy,
dude.
the hype
guy.
the N1 mixtape guy.
I mean, I guess when you do put it on the
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
There it is. They put it on the big screen.
They put it on the big screen. So
Dude,
it's
move.
Like, kinda, yeah.
You know what? Good. He's soaking it all in.
I mean, yeah.
Look at the faces are.
These girls are blown away.
Those are the other
That
dancers.
one looks impressed.
He's excited.
I mean, that woman, if it's a twerking contest, she has to win, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. You get a guy to over the pants ejack.
Right.
You're winning.
You
Yeah,
have
the
to
woman
win.
has to.
You gotta win.
Wait,
Like,
do you want to do more
that's-
videos or you want to do voicemails? Because I really want to get to the voicemails.
We could totally get to the voicemail.
It's a new segment here on the show. We're proud of our voicemails, and I want to hear the voicemails.
What's the number?
I don't know the number.
We're loading up the
Number
voicemails.
is...
We're loading them up.
We got some good ones.
All right, let's hear it.
And the number for next week, 845-320-2881. We got that great graphic right there.
That's why we're a cutting-edge media company. Because the
That'll work.
graphics, dude, our graphics department is off the charts.
But that works, though.
Do
It
it.
works.
Yeah.
100% works.
845. What is that, like a Rochester phone number?
Right. The Westchester guy.
Westchester, like Upper Westchester.
I think Google just gave it to us.
Yeah.
Are we rolling them out? Yep. All right. I heard the first one is
What's
really...
up, everybody? I want to ask Joez why his favorite animal is a dolphin.
It's not. I'm actually terrified of dolphins. Believe it or not.
Do you know Joe's interactions with dolphins?
No.
It's a long-running joke here at John Boy Media.
Yeah.
Did they try to have sex with you? Because that's what they do.
He tried to have sex with a
That's
dolphin.
a big fear.
Oh,
I have.
you're just afraid.
So yeah, that's like a big fear because I went because
That's Joe's swimming.
my girlfriend at the time was like, we were in Dominican Republic. She's like, I want to go swim with the dolphins. I'm like, I don't know. I hear a lot of stories about these guys, and they're really particular about their rules. You know, where the hell you can't touch them or whatever it is.
Oh, they have sex rules?
Yeah, like if you touch them in a certain spot, like they might try to like just straight bang you.
Seems like
Really?
That's why I'm afraid of that.
Seems like
bro.
you have a lot of experience.
I'm not touching dolphins. I don't fuck with them, bro.
I love that our first ever voicemail was that.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
In the history of our voicemails was
buy
Joe's
that,
and
buy that
dolphins.
All right,
dolphin.
we got another one.
Buy that
Perfect
dolphin
first
a
call.
margarita, dude.
This next one's my favorite.
Okay.
Fellas, love the show. Here's the deal. I'm a decent fella who really likes pretty girls. Yeah, I'm still single, but I don't know. You think that that's the best way to play the game of love? Feel free to discuss. Y'all have a fantastic day.
What was the
Theo
question?
Von?
I don't hear what he said.
I'm a decent fella who loves pretty girls.
I think his thing was, should he stay single, and that's it? Is that the best way to do love? Is have multiple partners?
Is that what he's saying?
That's what I got from it.
That's kind of what I took from it too.
Is that what you picked up
Play it,
on?
yeah,
Play it
yeah,
again.
yeah, play it again.
From the top.
Fellas, love the show. Here's the deal. I'm a decent fella who really likes pretty girls. Yeah, I'm still single, but I don't know. You think that that's the best way to play the game of love? Feel free to discuss. Y'all have a fantastic day.
It's the age-old question. Do you settle down?
play-
Do you not settle down? Is the grass greener on the other side?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm married,
Yeah, I'm in a serious relationship.
so I'm gonna say yeah.
Play the game of
Play the game of love. Didn't think you were going that way.
But you know, I feel like I didn't get married until I was 34. So I played the game of love.
This year.
I've been around. I've had my fun in my life.
Play the field.
Yeah, I think you have to do that
Yeah.
so you're the best version of yourself.
I agree with that.
For the forever person.
I used to hang out with Brendan Haywood.
Oh, the basketball player?
Yeah, we worked together at CBS Sports, and he would give me some pearls of wisdom every once in a while. Like Toronto has the best girls. Never play back-to-back in Detroit. He would also say, Dan, you got to get rid of your hoe phase.
Yeah.
Get out of your hoe phase. Because I have friends that have two phones. I have friends that park their car in a cul-de-sac, and they call their mistress, and they're not happy. And I took that with me.
Yeah.
Brendan Haywood, wherever you're at right now.
You could be a
Miss you,
hoe.
bro.
I
Miss
think
you.
I think everyone could be a hoe.
Yeah.
I think everyone deserves. I think it is like we talk about free speech and all that stuff. I think everyone has a right to be a hoe and not be judged for it.
Have a rotation.
Have a rotation. I do hate that everyone has
Chris
an
Rose
OnlyFans
rotation.
now, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we talk about on the show all the time.
It's the worst. I can't even go on Twitter anymore. It's like something horrible blowing up in the world, or like somebody's asshole.
Yep.
I was like, I can't do this.
Twitter was a cesspool. Now it's a full-fledged.
Yeah,
just
it's
disgusting.
disgusting.
It's really, really bad.
Did you see this guy who, sorry to change it, but this guy cheated on his girlfriend and then proceeded to try and film videos of himself crying on the airplane.
Oh, to send to her?
To send to her.
Look how sad I am.
Look how, yeah.
I don't believe anything that happens on planes anymore. This show has kind of
What's the
scarred
most
me
pathetic
for
thing
like
you've
these
seen a cheater
videos.
do after they've been caught? I hope she doesn't fall for this.
He's got them $5 earbuds.
I mean, I don't think it's real.
Yeah, it's so hard. We're just everything's fake now.
Everything's
fake.
We get burned on this show every week.
The thing that's, crazy about cheating, though, it's like you ever see real videos of like women getting caught cheating? They're like never upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They're
different.
always just like, oh, God, just get out of here.
Well,
and they stay with the dude who's like, I caught you. And it's like, yeah, we're going to Cheesecake, dude.
That's been one of those things, like Instagram exploring things where it's like you click on a video and it's just like, are you okay cheating on your husband or whatever? And it's like a woman from Japan. And she's just like, yeah. It's like, why? Yeah, of course. And I'm like,
if I ever found my wife doing any of those interviews and that got back to me, I'd be like, we need to speak in the foyer right now.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Joez, you didn't give your advice to that guy.
I think that he should play the field for as long as you can, because when you can't anymore, you really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're Dominican, so do you ever not play in the field?
I'm currently playing the field.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But when I find somebody I want to, because I have 2 kids, so I don't want to, like, keep chugging along like different people around.
Well,
you
it's
know
like
what
the
I mean?
Fonz, right?
We
The
actually
Fonz
have
got
a
old.
good voicemail directed towards you about this.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We're going to interrupt and play it.
This is like an intervention now.
Okay.
What's up, Dan and Joez? This is Matt Nadell calling.
Oh,
First-time
name
caller, long-time listener.
What's good?
I was curious, Joe seems like such a hit with the ladies. I wanted to know a little bit of his dating history and kind of his successes and failures. Thank you very much, boys. Have a good show.
Dating history? I mean, I don't. What you want me to? I don't know what you want. What would you like me to say? Like,
He wants to know about some of your successes and failures, Joez.
What's your number?
My number?
845-320-2881. That's mine.
I don't know about successes. I think if it's successful, I'd be in a relationship right now. But it's more of like, things didn't work out with like my kid's mom, and then I'm taking care of both of the kids because I believe in responsibility.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
being there for my kids is just what it is.
My brother's in the same boat, so I know exactly.
Hell
what
yeah,
you're talking
Joez.
about.
I'm being serious right now.
Yeah, and and it's the same thing. Like, you can meet people, but I'm 37 now, turning 38. So for me, it's more of like a vetting process.
Never looked better though.
Thank you. But it's more of like okay, let me see what's going on here. What would I like to bring around my kids? Because I got to factor that, bro. Like before it wasn't a factor. It would just be like, I'm just meeting you, good time or not, or
Yeah, now it's different. You
the
get
sorting
older.
process is a lot easier now. It's
When
like
you're young, you don't have a conscience. You don't think about anything else. When you're 37, 38, you got 2 kids
Right.
now. You're vetting, like you said.
How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
my son just turned 9 yesterday. My daughter is 10. She's turning like 21.
Yeah, it's an influential age too.
Yeah.
It's like, the people leave lasting impressions on them. You want to make sure it's the right
Yeah.
one. For sure.
You're just finding the right person, with that. So
Well, playing the field is cool when you're younger, but when you get into like you're a 40-year-old bachelor, and, like,
it's just expensive.
I know it's
and, like,
fun, but it's.
I want to be home. And like right now, I do content. I work. I do content. I want to go home. If anything, I kind of want to see that stuff grow too. And it's like, for me to take time away from that to hang out with
man.
somebody, like it better be like worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Because if not, dating right now sucks.
It's also like I'm in a relationship, but I remember the single days like on the apps and stuff. It was like a full-time job.
Yeah.
You got to dedicate like 2 hours to swiping and cultivating and like, is she gonna say like we're gonna ghost and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Courting
And then it's like,
and
is
lying.
this one? Yeah, is this one going to a funeral? I can't
Yeah.
remember. Like,
You gotta have a secretary.
yeah, you're just like, which one's going to the funeral? Is that Stephanie?
And then you say,
all
and
right.
you say to the other one, you say, "I'm so sorry for your loss," and she's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
and then you're
it's-
fucked.
It's ruined.
And you ruin both of them.
It's the truth.
I've sent.
so to answer your question-
I've sent a wrong text message. I'd be like,
There's nothing
I'm
worse
like,
than that.
Fuck.
Nothing
Before
worse
that
than
undo button, I'm like, shit.
Oh man.
Now what?
Here's a quick story. So I hooked my friend up with a coworker of mine one time, and I hooked them up, right? And I was like, "Hey, what's up? Can I give your number to so and so?" I showed her a picture of him. She was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like, give him the number, whatever." So I give him the number, and they're talking or whatever, a little back and forth stuff. And then my phone starts ringing, and it's my friend. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I hang up. I'm like, "I'm not answering this." He calls me again, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" He was like, "Yo, bro." I'm like, "Yo, are you okay, man?" He goes, "Dude, I just really, really messed up." He goes, "I went to send a message to you, but I sent it to her."
No.
And I was like, "What was the message?" It goes, "Yo, Thanks for the number. We're chatting right now. She's definitely DTF. Yeah.
Damn.
And guess what? They had sex.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Her response
What a
to it
love
was,
story.
"Oops."
He didn't take it out.
No, he didn't take it out, and she responded, "Oops," and thought it was funny. And I think they had like a whole summer's worth of love.
Oh, that's nice.
Great.
Yeah, it was a great story, but it was one of my all-time favorites. I was just with him this weekend. I reminded him about it. And he
That's
was very
love.
upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Anchorman. What's love like, Ron? Met her at a Kmart. Never saw her. Made out for hours. Didn't get her name. That's that story right there.
But good for you, man.
That's it,
good
bro.
for you, man. That's every time I come in here, I meet, get to know you guys a little bit more. It's nice.
Father of
Good for
two.
you.
Joseph
Father
McFly.
of two.
Father
man.
of two.
Father of two.
Speaking of like being a father of two, like going to like games, dude. Do you bring your own sandwiches?
I learned a couple of years ago, and I've been going to Yankee Stadium my whole life. I learned a couple of years ago you could bring your own
Everything.
food.
Yeah.
Yo,
They don't tell you.
I bring in chopped cheese, like I do all that stuff, and I'll bring it into the stadium, and people look at me like, "Oh shit, you bringing in food?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can bring in food."
Bring a chopped cheese to the stadium, yet you've never shit at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I can't
I've
believe
never
that.
shit at Yankee Stadium.
This
and
guy
I
goes to
never will.
probably more Yankee games than
Never,
anyone.
never,
I have,
never.
but I only do it in the
suite?
No, that everybody's allowed in here stall, like the handicap stall.
Oh, the family bathroom.
Yeah, I'll dookie in a family bath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I'm not doing public bath.
No.
Let me get a little privacy in there. And then I can
Privacy
take
at
a
Yankee
dookie.
Stadium's tough.
It's tough.
Chopped cheese, but no poop. Will this be the year that you shit at Yankee Stadium?
No.
What if,
What if it's like the third
they,
inning and
what
you
if they
gotta
win
go?
a division? If they win a division, you have to poop in Yankee Stadium.
I need a World Series for me to poop in Yankee Stadium.
No, because
Final out's recorded. You run to the bathroom.
That's not what I'm doing celebrating, but I will pay that bet sometime.
I think
I just keep thinking about
ALCS. If they get to the ALCS, you poop game one if they're home.
I can just see it right now. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm on the shitter. It's
Not
Joe's
doing
McFly.
that.
Bro, ALCS is poopable, I think.
I think so.
They win.
ALCS?
I don't even
Win the
wanna-
pennant.
ALCS is poopable,
Win
my
the
man.
pennant, or just make the ALCS.
Just make it to the ALCS.
Pass the
Like-
divisional round.
I feel like
Before
they made
the
that
before the first pitch.
They did that in 20.
I need more
a
of that.
few years ago when they sucked.
Yeah, I need more of that.
Guess
I
what,
need,
by the
I need them
Astros?
to get to the World Series.
Win the
All
pennant.
right, so here's the thing. So
Win
let's
the
do
pennant.
this. If they win the World Series, opening day the next year, you poop at Yankee Stadium.
That's
Oh.
I don't know if I could go. I mean, I'll try.
This is like a
but
2-year
I don't
bet.
know
This
if I
doesn't
could-
pay off for
Well,
us.
You don't know if you can go to the game or go poop.
I don't know if I would go. I was like real particular about taking a shit, especially in public. I'm not.
How do you
doing that.
control it? Like, how do you
control
tell?
it?
Like, hey, we're not going right now. Yankee, we're on the toilet. Yankee Stadium. I gotta go. I just go.
There's some people that don't even like wipe their cheeks after the they don't
Just
use,
nest
they
it.
use the bathroom weird.
Yeah.
You think that shit works? That's just for
Yeah.
you, pal.
Nest
No, it works.
That shit doesn't
Do you guys have a squatty potty at home?
No, we
Dude,
talk
get
about
it.
this a lot on the. I had
Did you
one.
order the
I had one.
bidet?
No, I didn't order the bidet. We talk poop a lot on this show.
I got
I
kids,
had a
so
squatty
I got
potty
a little,
one time.
You got
not
kids
a
too?
squatty potty, yeah.
Motherfuckers got kids in here, bro.
2 kids.
How many kids you got?
None. I got no kids.
But there's a little
Jeez.
step stool, and I turn that shit around. That's what I
Oh,
use.
dude, it's
great.
better. It's scientifically better for you. It
Right.
helps poop fall out of your butt better.
I had one. I would heavily suggest it. But you know what the thing here is? We only have one stall here at the
I
office.
don't.
Oh, trust me, I know. When I came in here and played code names, I got nervous and had to poop.
Yeah.
And fucking Nikki Cass was in there talking to me the whole time I was pooping.
And he can talk. And that kid can talk.
He's like, hey, let me tell you something. You know, you go doing poop in there? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm taking a shit.
He
Give me a
loves
minute.
Poop talk. Loves poop talk.
He's
Jake
like,
will do that too.
He's like, listen, you got to be the captain for the first round. I'm like, yeah, let me get this fucking captain of shit out of my ass.
Yeah, Jake will talk to you through the
we
through the
had a
stall,
conversation
too.
yesterday.
We did too.
Yeah, I was pooping yesterday. Me and Rob were talking about today's show. We're like, yeah, hey, Rob, we need this tomorrow, we need that tomorrow. We're going to have great shows.
Yeah, I was at the urinal, Dan, and then I just hear, is that Rob?
See,
one toilet.
There should be a sign on there. It says no work talk in the bathroom.
that would be good.
That's
One
good.
It would
toilet.
speed
That
things up.
should be a sanctuary because it really is, dude. Think about how vulnerable you are taking a shit.
It's a wild thing.
Think about how vonies you are.
You're very
so
vonies in there. So vonies. I remember when I first came to this office, I wasn't even working here yet.
Vonies.
It had just opened up. Remember after Blitzball?
Joe's likes vonies.
New term we're using. Yeah,
Fucking
you've heard this
vonies,
story
bro.
from me. The minute I walked in here, and I went to see the bathroom situation, and I was like, one stall. That's wild. One stall with 40 dudes.
Did that make you like rethink about everything? Like,
It honestly played a part in my decision working here. I
get
obviously said yes, but like I think about it every day.
Let me ask you guys a question.
I gotta go right now.
Yeah, dude, I always have to go. Dude.
12:53. I got 7 more minutes.
With Jim, do you guys cover your mouth in the office when you talk?
Oh, lip reader. Yeah, that's a great
That is a
question.
good question. No, I never really thought about it.
Well, you guys should all have baseball gloves and do that thing.
Are we talking about like company secrets? Like,
Yeah, company secrets, or just like you guys talk about a work grievance.
That would be a good video
cover
to
your face like this.
see how good he could be like across the room.
So that all handles.
Well, you know what you guys should do here? You guys should do the mock ESPN SportsCenter commercials.
We tried that.
I was thinking that, yeah.
We had an idea to do that.
And then you should do that one.
That's our first one.
Yeah, that's what you
want
guys should
credit
do.
for? They want to be in it.
I'll be in it.
Should we shoot it today?
That's what you guys should do. Just be like, yeah, the coffee's not that good here. You know what I mean? It's like,
what's up with Jake's hair? Why is
God.
Jake's hair?
The
like
kitchen
that
snacks are
today?
so bad.
I hate the printer.
Yeah.
That's what you guys should do, and then have Jimmy walking around, and be like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'd be like, "Nothing."
No.
Why is there only one toilet? Vonies.
All right. Yeah. Everyone's Vonies.
Next, we got another. Any more?
Well, did you guys see?
Oh, we got more voicemails.
Oh yeah, we got more voicemails too. I think, right? Cool.
Run it.
Hey, Joez and Dan. This is Nick from Los Angeles, California.
What up,
Huge
Nick?
fans of everything you guys do. Keep it up. You guys make my day great. The one sport that I feel like you guys really neglect with John Boy Media is darts. And it's darts, I know.
Let's go.
But darts in Europe is awesome. There's this 16-year-old phenom, Luke Littler,
We know
who
about
is
him.
beating everybody. He just got second place. He was a finalist in the World Championship, 196 entrants, and he just won the Baron Darts Masters yesterday, beating 3 of the top 5 ranked players.
That's right.
Handedly.
If this was radio, I'd be like, all right, man, all right.
Who are your guys' favorite rookies / young phenoms in sports history that you don't think get enough respect or say?
Are we talking darts? Because Michael
love you
Van
guys.
Gerwen,
Thank you so much.
MVG, he's the GOAT.
I'm so
Man.
used to radio, like sports radio talk.
It's like, thanks a lot, Mike.
They would have cut that guy off like 20 minutes into that. But we know about Luke Littler.
We know about Luke Littler.
I bought that dartboard because of Luke Littler.
Yes.
Is this the 16-year-old that looks like he's 37?
Yeah.
That kid's not 16.
No.
Yeah, he's not 16.
I am
Dude,
12.
he just threw a 9-darter in this tournament. Like his first match, he threw a 9-darter.
Bring the kid up. Can you bring the kid up? Because this kid's not 16.
No.
No way.
He looks pretty old.
Talk about kids. This kid's got 3 kids.
I will attest
He's a
to what he said,
Dominican
though.
16.
Yeah,
guys.
he's a Dominican 16.
Look at this.
That's a 16-year-old boy.
No shot.
16-year-old boy. His
This
parents-
dude's a receding hair. That guy's 35. There's no.
That's a 36-year-old
shot.
man.
That guy looks younger than him.
He's literally
does.
been to rehab twice already.
Yeah,
Like, what are we doing here?
This dude's got a fuller beard than me.
Divorced.
16 years old, my ass.
Right?
He's got a great name though, Luke Littler.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It is pretty awesome.
No, we know about this, but
Bro, how
I mean,
can you? Nobody goes bald at 16.
He's got that British come over going.
Yeah,
Crazy.
dude.
So I know how big darts are. Like, you're a boxing fan. You know Eddie Hearn?
Yeah, of course.
So they made their empire, Matchroom Sports,
Yeah.
on darts.
Really?
Yeah, Eddie Hearn's dad is Barry Hearn, and they created like an empire over in the UK. They've been putting on these events and televising them on either Sky Sports, and now that's on DAZN, which they do their boxing with. But it was never boxing for the Hearns. It was always darts.
Wow.
So then they went from darts, and they took that dart money, and they put into that boxing money.
So who's that rookie sensation that you could think about? I feel like there's a lot.
I mean, in every sport here in the U.S., any rookie that we know about him.
Yeah.
Growing up, Alfonso Soriano, dude, like when he popped onto the scene,
That's a name.
it was awesome.
Soriano
It
was
was
dope.
so awesome, you know? It
I
was
love
just
that
like-
he knew how to like speak better Japanese than English.
Yeah, and just like
played
his
in
whole,
Japan.
his whole batting stance, crunch.
Yeah, but we knew about
shoulder.
Soriano. This guy's saying like no one knows about Littler.
I
Yeah.
think
I don't think there is
I
any.
think the dart world
Allen
knows
Iverson?
about
maybe?
Littler.
I don't know. But everybody loves Allen Iverson.
Ichiro, who's a rookie.
Jabba Chamberlain when
Jabba.
he first came out.
Jabba rules.
Jabba rules. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Purdy.
was so dope.
Purdy's not bad.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Yes.
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's a good one.
You know?
I was gonna say to
Man.
you, I wanted to ask you one boxing question before we get out of here.
Jeremy Lin.
What's
Sorry.
no? Jeremy Lin's a good boxer. What's next for Boots?
Boots Ennis. Wow. He's one of the most mismanaged careers of any boxer or any athlete, really. The dude
Love
has
some
like
boots.
all the talent in the world. I think he's in between promoters right now. Like he should fight Terrence Crawford.
That's what I think the fight is.
But the thing with Crawford,
Spence is out.
Spence is out with the eye problem. The thing with Crawford is Crawford's looking for big fish right now.
He wants money, though.
He wants Canelo.
Big money.
He wants a big fight. He wants a big fight. But Boots, he's very good, but he doesn't bring a lot in terms of the marketability or the it's a high risk, low reward for Crawford.
Yeah.
I think Crawford would win.
I think he beats Boots up.
But if he loses, it's going to lose for short money, and it could potentially hurt a Canelo fight down the line.
God,
or
Crawford beat the shit out of Spence.
Yeah,
that was rough to watch.
Yeah, we were there. They sent us there. Ronnie, one of our editors here, who does my show, and me and Chris, and Ronnie was like ringside, and that was a great weekend of coverage.
What do you think? You think Canelo and Bivol fight again?
No.
I think that Bivol doesn't want to.
I think Canelo never goes back to 175.
Yeah, it's just
he learned a crazy lesson.
He
learned
too big.
That was one of the talk about mismanaged careers. Eddie Hearn told Canelo to fight Bivol, and then Bivol has zero profile.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. And Canelo went and lost and kind of messed up his career for a little while.
It did. It got a little off the rails.
It got rid of his invincibility. He lost to a guy that it wasn't even like a big success commercially. The fight.
Yeah, I was like, that was just off pride alone. He's like, I just want to do this.
He already did it.
He likes,
Kovalev.
Who's a motherfucker? Who you calling motherfucker?
Yeah. When we went to
who you call motherfucker?
That's pretty good. When we went to Vegas, we were doing content out there, and I went up to Canelo. I said, your English is getting so much better. Can you speak perfect English?
Yeah.
Now? I was like, what's your favorite curse word? And he's like, and he's thinking, and we're doing it has like 6 million views on TikTok, and he's like, motherfucker. I love motherfucker.
A motherfucker.
Because he also like got into a thing with Caleb Plant. Remember this?
Yeah,
he thought
beat the dog
motherfucker
shit out of him.
He thought motherfucker literally meant that Caleb Plant wanted to have sex with his mom.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone had to explain it to him. And he looked into the camera when I did that. The end of the video I did with him. He goes, "Caleb, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
It's an amazing clip.
There
it is, right there. Favorite American sayings? Oh, you're learning English now.
Sense? I don't hear that much. Bad words.
Favorite American curse?
Bad words.
Yeah, fucking.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
You finally know what motherfucker means now?
Yeah. Now I know. I'm sorry to Caleb.
He ducked that shit quick though and got that off.
Smacked him.
Yo, their reaction time like that is something like that. See, if you're in a ring,
Dude, that right there changed the line of the fight. Like,
Yeah.
when I saw that, I was like, Canel's gonna win.
Yeah.
I would like to see Plant fight the other Charlo.
Jamal Charlo, yeah.
I would like to see him fight that fight.
That's the fight because they slapped each other.
Yeah, bro.
I was in the Vegas. I was there when they slapped each other.
Yeah, bro. Caleb Plant ain't no pushover. That kid's a good fighter, bro.
I got a lot of respect for Caleb.
Got a lot of respect for
He'll
Caleb
fight
Plant.
anybody.
He's a tough dude. He's a tough dude.
Talking boxing here.
Do we get a Crawford?
My bad.
fight
Yeah,
this year?
yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I don't apologize.
Look for any excuse.
End of the
for
show.
boxing.
It's perfect. What'd you say?
Do we get a Crawford fight this year?
Yeah.
You think? When?
I don't know.
gonna
It's the
be
thing.
tail end, no?
Spence is not in the picture. So we talked about this on our podcast. What the hell is this?
Ooh, getting a call.
This is
FaceTime.
You know what this is? Jack Doyle's restaurant and bar. Not Jack Doyle that works here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what he wants to do. Crawford
Canelo.
doesn't have a dance partner.
I think Canelo still wants to fight Cinco de
You
Mayo.
think he would go up and wait and fight?
I think
That's the
Crawford
fight.
wants to do it.
That's the fight.
I actually asked this to Canelo, and he goes, "I don't want to because I won't get any credit. I'm beating a smaller guy."
Yeah, you will. Floyd did it forever.
Yeah.
Okay? Floyd beat up Juan Manuel Marquez.
Yeah.
Shut him out.
And he was like, he made Floyd Mayweather look like fucking Marvin Hagler.
But I think Canelo would be more open to it because he doesn't really have any. He has Benavidez, and he just doesn't want to fight Benavidez.
I wouldn't want to fight Benavidez either.
Beast.
Because after Bivol beat me up like that, I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
You know,
so
like that.
it's weird because I think Crawford's the best fighter in boxing right now, pound for pound #1, and he doesn't have because Jamel Charlo, he had to put up such a goose egg against Canelo. That fight was the fight.
Yeah.
Crawford, Jamel Charlo, that's out the window.
But he looked weird that whole fight, even in the beginning.
It's the lights, bro. The
Canelo
Canelo got
Charlo,
lights.
He looked weird.
Canelo lights, you're right, and also just he just didn't have a game plan, and he was half committed to the sport, and he probably made 20 million.
Yeah, dude. And now I'll fight again. Whatever.
Never fight. These guys, they're getting paid too much.
Yeah, dude. They don't have to fight that much. You see how iced
Twice a
out
year.
these guys are? The records are 13-0. I'm like, who the fuck is this? This guy's got more money than me. He's fought 3 times.
They fight twice a year. Twice a year now. It's the
You
schedule.
know what fight I would really like to see before it's said and done is the Charlos fight each other.
Brothers.
Yeah.
They didn't rule it out.
That
That'd
would
be
be
That'd
one
be
of
very
the
interesting.
biggest
I love that.
pay-per-views of all time.
You know their wives like fought each other.
Yeah. Now they got to
Serious.
fight each other.
Really?
They don't like each. They have beef. Their brothers have beef, and it turns out that the wives have beef.
Let me tell you something.
Shit. Like that Jake Gyllenhaal movie?
They
Was that
should
Southpaw?
Here's the card.
Good movie.
Here's the card. Charlo versus Charlo. Paul versus Paul.
The Paul brothers.
And now you got all that kind of money coming in. But the Charlo brothers should fight.
I mean, you know
dude,
what
I
you call
would
it?
fight my own mom.
You know the name of it?
For $40 million.
The name of
I would
the-
kick my mom's ass. I would beat the shit out of my
How
mom
much?
for $40 million, dude.
40 million. They call it brotherly love.
And they do it in Philly.
Let's promote it.
And they fight in Philly.
Just like Rocky did.
That's
That'd be
actually a really
insane.
good idea.
Because they spar each other.
Yeah, you know they sparred each other.
You know they've hit each other a ton of times, dude.
Well,
I
the
fought
thing
both
is,
my
they used to
brothers.
be close, and they were like, "We'll never fight." Same thing with the Klitschko brothers. The Klitschko brothers made a vow to their mother that they would never fight each other, and you know they didn't, obviously, because they were long retired. But the Charlos, they grew up very close, and they were, getting along. But now they don't get along.
Fight it out. Maybe it'll fix everything.
Pay-per-view. I'll be there with my microphone
for my sick.
There's like a level of respect right after a fight where the two boxers kind of come together. No
Isn't
matter
that wild?
how much they beef.
They will
I
say the
always love
most
seeing that.
heinous things to each other up until 24 hours before the fight. Crazy stuff. I want to eat your children. All that.
And then
the
after
minute
the
the fight,
fight-
they're it was all just for the, it was just to hype the fight up.
Come put me in a straight jacket.
That was crazy. That was the most crazy press conference ever.
Shout out, Mike.
Appreciate
Man.
that.
Mike Tyson.
Shout out,
I've
Mike.
had some run-ins with him. All right.
Appreciate you guys having me on, man. This was a lot of fun.
This was a great time. Thank you. You're our first guest in the history of JM Radio.
Yes, thank you so much.
It wasn't
Great
Jimmy or
combo.
Jake, so I appreciate it. Everyone, thank you for tuning in this week. Great job, Rob. Great job, everyone behind the glass that's doing their job here at JM Live. We'll be back next week for more antics.
Shout out to the voicemails. Shout out to the voicemails.
Yeah, leave us
Next week.
voicemails.
Shout out to the voicemails. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the voicemails.